Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What's up, dirty dog?
Hello.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
What up, guys? Good to see ya. It's good to see ya. Good morning to everybody. We're here a little early. Figured I'd say hello to you guys just a tad bit early and say, guys, it should be interesting. We'll see today. Mark Ridley Thomas. I know some of you don't remember that guy, but that was one of the very first ones who got indicted, and sentenced yesterday to 3.5 years in federal penitentiary. So there's the first one. And again, this isn't just so we're clear, this is not Grady. It's not Grady. This is another one. It ain't Grady. It ain't Grady. So there's a whole nother one. Okay, so it should be interesting to see today if we have the usual suspects come in and see what the usual suspects and their constituents have to say about what has just gone on. Smoking a ball, I'm about to, Mike. I'm about to. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how clean it is. Yesy, Jesus Christ.
Impressive.
Oh, gnarly!
Damn, Yesy, thank you so much.
I'm not just whistling Dixie, no. I'm singing you a Bayou serenade. I guarantee.
Thank you so much, Ian. You rock. Yeah, I'm all ready to go. So I just wanted to get on here a little early and see if everything looks good. And I turned the bit rate up, so it should be a little more clear. Again, now we had to like pull it down a little bit. The outgoing kilobytes, just because again we had so many problems with what do you call it? Dropping gray frames and the gray screen and all that. So what I want to do is kind of walk it back up and even a little higher than it was prior, just so that way we can get what we should be getting and using what we should be using when we should be using it. So as you can see, it looks nice and crystal clear. It's the way it should be. Should be no more problems. And I got to tell you guys, twice this weekend, the internet was out 2 times. Fucking Spectrum, you guys are awesome. Fucking wrecked them. What's up, Daisy? How are you? So yeah, they're just not too good. What's up, Bounty Hunter? They're just be gentle on the rectum is right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a rectum shirt. I swear to God, I'm gonna go to Custom Ink and make myself a rectum shirt, like with their logo. It just says rectum instead of Spectrum. So I can wear it here. Yeah, you gotta love them, man. You gotta love them, dude. It's just, and then the best part is they're sending me, they're like 2 or 3 different, for each service call, they'll send you a survey. So they sent me 3 surveys. So how did it go after the service call? Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to give you my honest opinion of how things went. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. He done killed me. Oh yeah, what's up, Wade? So yeah, that's just what we've been dealing with. Super hot here today too, guys, by the way. It's already a fucking 100 degrees. It's a warm one already. Survey says fail. All right, so any moment here, guys, they should be starting. It's 10:12 now, as you can see on your phones, and we're close. We're close to the time for these idiots to wake up and start working. Yeah, today's high is 103. 103 today. Jeez Louise. It's just about, it's 99 now, so just about there. Hi, buddy. Why don't you lay down? So everybody can see you. They all love you. They all want to see you. Good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, baby loves you. Loves you. Stinks is here, guys. Stinks is in the room. There he is. All his glory. Ah, Stinkies. You love Beep? There he is in all his old glory. All Stinkums pie. What's up, Teal? How are you? Beautiful day in San Diego. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, it's a little hazy, but gosh, the water looks beautiful. Look at that. Just glistening from the sun. It's really cool. I love the glistening. That looks dope, huh? What's up, Charlene, Helen, Nancy, Shell, BJ, Terry? It's great to see you. It's 113. It's 10 degrees hotter than it is here. Fuck. Man, I don't know how you do it, Terry. I don't know how you fucking do it. Or Foppy, I don't know how you do it either, because my boy Foppy, he lives in Phoenix too, man. I don't know how he does it, man. You guys must have to stay inside all day, because 113, that's no fun. You can't go outside. Jim Eaton, thank you so much, Jim.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Uh-oh, where'd you go? He lays down right there. That way we can get a little shot of him. Yay, that's what we want. Lay down, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Hurricane in Florida? Yeah. Hi, Calamity Girl. It's good to see you. Hi, Root. Yeah. It's without the humidity, thankfully, Bounty. I mean, I couldn't live in Florida. Florida's a beautiful place, beautiful women. It's nice. People are nice, but I can't do that. I can't fucking put on a shirt that's clean and then literally 2 minutes later be sweating through it. It's uncomfortable for me. So I don't like it. Sky, it's your birthday today? Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you thing from another world, you.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Sky. Venom, they're always about this time. It's about, they're supposed to start at 10 every day. And I could tell you, since we've been starting this, they've never started at 10. There's been a couple times where it's like 10:06, 10:07, and it throws me off because I'm already knowing they're late, so I'm getting my coffee late. And yeah, so, and it's 10:14 now, so I bet you, it's 10:15 now, so I bet you any moment it's going to switch to that screen. Any moment. Yeah, happy birthday again, Sky. 83 in Lakewood. See, that's pretty warm for Lakewood. Live in Virginia where humidity is king. Yeah, I can't do that. Just can't. What's up, Salvador? How are you? Yeah, should be interesting today. Let's see if everybody goes off on Mark Ridley Thomas. I would assume they would, and I would assume everybody on the Horseshoe is absolutely quiet about it. They're not going to say anything. So I wouldn't, unless somebody in the public brings it up, I wouldn't see them bringing it up. There's no point in that. So 74 in Minnesota, huh, Jackie? You're lucky. Wish it was only 74 here. Hi, Sharon. What's up, Belon? Hi, Moxie. Good afternoon, Beeples. Well, it's not afternoon here, but good afternoon to you where you're at. It's 10 o'clock here, 10:16. Of course, they're late. Yeah, we need Mr. Spindler in the house. We need to see this face right here. Mr. Spindler. Gotta do some laundry today, too. All my laundry done. I don't have all my good shirts. All the ones Lonnie got me are all dirty. I need to get those cleaned up. So, yeah. 74 in Idaho. It's kind of warm. Kind of warm. I got to get a Sax. Yeah, Mr. Sax. I want one with him and his kippah, but I don't think you'd be able to see it. So I guess we're going to have to get the one with the dirty denim hat and the dirty denim shirt. You're doing laundry right now? Sweet. Now your clothes will be fresh and clean, unlike mine. What's up, Mr. Pitt? I know they're late. That's nothing I can do, Sarah. I mean, they get there when they get there, when they decide to start working. Oh, man. Who else is this? Who sent some? Somebody sent some. Let's see. Who was that? Calamity Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate you. How hot is it in Wyoming? Is it a hot one today in Wyoming? I can't. Am I going to cover the hurricane? how would I cover the hurricane, Teal? Isn't it in Florida? And again, we're gonna, go off what these people are saying and like, man, it's so windy, man. And they're holding this up against the pole, and then there's some old lady walking behind them with a cane with no problem. Kayla, it's great to see you. Happy Tuesday, Kayla. How are you? Hopefully all is well. I know it's hot at your house, Kayla, in Florida. I know it's hot and humid. You like the Deftones shirt? This one's an old one. This is an old one. Look, it's already falling apart. Look, some part of it right here has already come off. I always tell you, if it weren't for my friends, I'd be doing this show and walking around naked. I don't even buy clothes anymore. I just wear their clothes that they give me. For their bands and their weed brands and whatever. It's better that way. People don't have to see me naked. 92 in Nebraska, Eric? That's pretty fucking warm. Hurricane. A fucking hurricane. What's up, E-Fog? Little 50 guns. You ready? You ready, 50? I mean, dude, it's 10:19 now. These motherfuckers still can't get here on time. They're way late. And let's see, guys. I want to see if one or more of the constituents that come to speak today say anything about them being 19 minutes fucking late. I mean, man, I might as well be watching these dudes on the fucking speedboats having a ball out there. Look at them, just having fun. Look at them. Just having a ball out there in the San Diego Bay. That's where we need to be. Ken, there's no way to tell how long they go. They go as long as they say they go. I mean, think about it. All the time they're like, there's only 3 callers on the... And then people start yelling or whatever, and then all of a sudden there's 6 or 7 callers. Right? So, yeah. They just, they got to do their little show just to say that they gave you a chance to talk. They may now get everybody a chance to talk, but it is what it is. So we got to be close here. I think we're about any moment here, guys. Because now it's off the agenda items, and now it's to the little following summary crap. So any moment now. They're only 20 minutes late. 103 in Phoenix with a swamp cooler. Ouch. Ouch. That is, you got to get one of those cold rags, like, the thing that you water and then you wring it and you put it on like your neck. Should have one of those, man. Seriously, because if you're in there with a swamp cooler, I mean, your house has got to be 90. It's got to be 90 inside. It has to be. At that point, also, I'm going to Home Depot and I'm gonna get me one of them rolling around $80 roll around, fill it up with water ACs, because those things work, bro. You close the door and put your room will be an ice box. Just your bedroom, not the house. Just wherever you take it will be ice cold. Hi, Lonnie. It's great to see you. 105 in Reading. Jeez Louise. I was just talking about you, Lonnie. I needed to clean up all the shirts you gave me. I got to do all my laundry today. All the good shirts are dirty in the dirty wash. What's up, Last Boomer? What happened in the Braves game in the outfield? Y'all went crazy in the West. That's it. Corey, nobody wants to talk about the Dodgers. Everybody was busy talking about the Padres all year, and here you are. And look at this. I want you to look at something, too, with the Dodgers. Almost every single starter has been out. Every single one. And we just lost Gonsolin for the year. Tony Gonsolin is gone for the year. Just lost him yesterday for the year. Urias was out. Clayton was out. Buehler's been gone for the year. May's been gone for the year. All 5 starters. And we're 12 games up in first place. So that's got to tell you something. And what it really screams is how good the Dodgers farm system is. For them to bring up 3 pitching rookies, Bobby Miller, Michael Grove, and Sheehan. All 3 of those guys have pitched tremendously straight out of the minors. And that's why the Dodgers, like them or not, have one of the best farm systems. That's why people always want to pilfer us. Because like us or not, we have a lot of great picks. And that's why Artie Moreno is stupid. There's the link tree. There you go, Calamity Girl. I'll post it up. What are these dudes doing? Is it not Tuesday today, or is it is Tuesday? I'm checking my phone. It's Tuesday. Just not making sure it's not Monday or something else. It's Thursday. I mean, Jesus H. Christ. Are these idiots going to ever come to work? Probably not. All right, pinned it up there. Oh, no, didn't pin it. Why did you fail? Pin message. There it is. Okay. Mr. Herman's busy getting dragged out. Dodgers pilfer the Red Sox. Well, I mean, we do deal with the Red Sox a lot. Again, it's a team that's not in our division, not even in our conference. I mean, our league. So why not? And I understand why the Angels wouldn't want to do it, but I mean, you know, Arvin Moreno's just a dummy. Just a dummy. Orioles slaughter. Orioles are playing fucking great baseball, man. Young team. And they, again, you want to talk about a team that's got a good farm system now? Fucking Orioles. You're the number 1 pick overall last year, and he ain't even playing yet. They have Jackson Holiday, who's still in the minors, in Double A, and he's doing well. They have plenty of talent coming up. The Orioles do. So, Cubs, yeah, Cubs have a good system. They're not a bad farm system. The Cubs, they pick pretty darn well. Problem with the Cubs is they're always trying to make themselves a contender, then they end up trading away stuff. You know, for them to pick up Cody was a big pickup, and look what he did. He turned his whole fucking. He totally turned himself around. He drank the whiskey, gave Joe Boo some drink, and he can hit the curveball now. So it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, but they should be on. They should have been on 24 minutes ago. I'm guessing any moment now. There's nothing I could do, though. I mean, all we can do is sit and wait. And I'll set your Cubs have rocketed for the bottom second place. So catch the Brewers. Yeah. You know, Brewers have been back and forth this year. They've been having a lot of problems with injury, too, you know. That's why I was sad to see Sheena's cousin, Shenanigans' cousin, who comes in here. Her cousin's Rowdy Tellez. And he had a fantastic year for them, and then all of a sudden he got hurt, and he's just now coming back, you know. So they've been dealing with injuries a lot. You don't see that they've canceled? I don't think they have, Terry. I think they're just fucking late. They're just fucking late. You Darvish on the IL? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how many more years you has, let's be honest. I mean, he was throwing beach balls for the Dodgers, tipping his pitches, and one of the reasons why we lost the World Series. You know? So I don't know. I mean, he's quite a dominant pitcher. He's a big dude. He's really giant. He's a big guy. You can throw that ball hard, but I don't know, man. I just don't have faith in pitchers that much anymore. It's just, you know, they blow themselves out so quickly. It's just a quick timetable of how long are they going to be. You know, the ones who don't blow themselves out are the ones that stay long, like Greg Maddux. Long career, because he could put the ball where he wanted to put it at any speed, realistically. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You're having a Smirnoff breakfast? Oh, that's not good, Rapid Dog. That's not good. Should have a real breakfast, even though I didn't have any breakfast this morning. I've only had coffee. Yeah, 26 minutes late. Dude, they don't want to show up because their homeboy got indicted. I mean, I'm sorry, got sentenced, not indicted. Sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison. And you don't think they're going to get run through the mud today? Come on. This is a day they're dreading. And I assure you, as soon as old Grady gets it, because Grady gonna get it too, he's already been indicted. So as soon as Grady gets it, oh, yeah. Day drinking? Well, he could be in another country. I don't know exactly where he's from. But he could be from another country. What's up, Josh? I was just waiting to smoke. I mean, I might as well just hit it now, I guess. A fresh, clean bong to show you. Fresh and clean. Let's load it up, I guess. I guess there's not going to be anything. You got a 3-piece and a soda. That's it. 3.5-piece and a soda. Shit, yeah. This shit smells so good. P-Rex, baby. The P-Rex. It's time. Well, you know what? Luckily, he's going to... he's not really, you know, he's going to a federal penitentiary, which is actually better than going to state prison. It's a nicer place. It's not as dirty. But the problem with a federal penitentiary is when you get 3.5 years, you're doing every day of 3.5 years. You're not going to do a year and a half and then get out for a good time or be able to parole or anything like. No. Ain't none of that. Oh, Cat, I don't know. I'm starting to get worried, Cat. Thank you so much for that huge donation.
Impressive.
Oh, gnarly.
Thank you, Cat. You rock, Cat. I don't know where he's at. I'm starting to get worried, Cat. We need to get him in here today because I'm starting to get worried. I mean, I'm telling you, for real, when I don't see these folks for 4 shows, I start to get a little worried. You know? I'm going to give you a little drop since he's not here, just for you, Cat.
I own the Port of Los Angeles. That's my property. You're not to be hiring anybody into the Port of Los Angeles. You're not to be building anything in the Port of Los Angeles. The city's never owned the Port of Los Angeles. Who in the fuck do you guys
Think you are? I love him. He's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot, and again, in a sense, it's not the end of the world. You'll be right. You'll be back, but when you're sitting in there for 3.5 years, it's long. If I put you in a room for 6 months, you'd be pretty pissed after 6 months. So 3.5 years, oh yeah. Not to mention he's now a convicted felon and all that other good jazz. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what these little ding dongs are doing. It's 29 minutes. Let me get some coffee and that's it. And then we're gonna hit this bowl because I don't know what to do. Bureau of Straight Line Ordinance Intention First Concept establishing for 3 day maintenance of Haskell Avenue. Bunch of nothing today. Waiting to see like the star, the Hollywood Walk of Fame for Smoke and Scan or something. Mike, I don't know exactly when he's got to turn himself in. I didn't read into that. Hi, Lenore. Council is disconnecting the public mic in the meeting. What do you mean? Because I don't want to hear him today? Come on, man. Let's go. Turns himself in on November 21st. Thank you, Allison. There's your answer for the ones that were asking in the chat, Mike. There you go. The city council members started about 210,000, Cortland. And they go up from there, about 210 to almost 300 grand for the president. Not bad. And that's why when you catch him on tape being racist, unless you fire him, which you didn't, I'm going to stay. I'm staying. Shit. Because you got to think to yourself, that's that much money plus all the benefits. Medical, dental, severance. I mean, not severance pay up. Some sort of retirement package, things of that nature. I'm sure they get it all. I'm telling you, Willie, Brock is awesome. Let's get it. Better pay than Congress? Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, realistically, there's a lot of money coming into this state. It's the 5th largest economy in the country. I mean, in the world, rather. We make more in this state than most countries do. So that's why the grift is so large. So many hands can be in the pot and everybody still gets money and there's still money to go back out. And that's the problem. You just need to fire every single person and slim down. Government needs to go on a diet. It's bloated. It's overweight. It needs to go on a diet. So if there's 100 folks working, we need it down to 22 or less. And I bet you those 22 could get everything done the 100 did. Hi, Bree. Thanks again, Kat. Thanks again. You rock. That's right. Everybody gets a taste. Come on, dude. What is this? What is going on now? Let me check. I'm just. Let me make sure that they're not on another channel. But I'm pretty sure that we're good. Yeah, they're still. Yeah, they're still not on. Ay, ay, ay. What's going on? What's my take on Maui? Bree, disgusting. That's what my take is. For you to give Americans $700 per family and you give billions to the Ukraine, you spit in their face. You might as well just walked up to them and spit in their face, ripped the dollars up and threw it at them. It's so nice to see the people of Maui flicking off old Jack. You know, he likes to call people Jack. So old Jack got flicked the fuck off, told him to get the fuck off their island. And like I said to the people of Maui, I beg you, I implore you, please remember this time when it comes to vote. Because voting time ain't that far away. And if you vote again the same way, let them burn the rest of your fucking island. That's the way I feel. You deserve what you get when you get in bed with these people. If not, should be back the other way. Okay? And that's just the way I feel. It's just sad, disgusting to see what they did to those people. You'll never find out what truly went on. Because again, the people that are controlling what happened control the people that tell you what happened. Does that make sense? So anything you're getting from those people is the story from the people that created the problem. Does that make sense? So I wouldn't believe anything. As I said, I don't believe if the news tells me that the sky is blue, I'm looking up to check. That's it. That's where I'm at. I don't care what channel. I don't care. Ones we use, ones we don't use. I don't care. That's where I'm at. They have no credibility. Zero credibility. None. Okay? They're bought and sold. Puppets. Pawns. So, for me to listen to what a pawn's telling me what happened is just ridiculous. I don't need you to tell me what happened. Let's see. I know, Bionic. I know. Yeah, they said that wasn't true, though, Diane, right? And then they go ahead and then you can watch videos of folks that, again, not on the major news stations, but the people that were fleeing in their cars. There's still over 2,000 kids missing in school that the school started up. Like, school started here, school has started there. The kids haven't enrolled. Where did they go? They're supposed to go into the next year of classes, you know, go from the 4th grade to the 5th grade to the 6th grade, and so forth and so on. Where are those kids? Oh, just staying home, hanging out? Yeah. They have so much to lose by printing the truth. Well, of course. I mean, a lot of people actually still believe everything those people say. That's why it makes me giggle inside. I don't believe anything they have to say, and that's why we watch. That's it. That's all I need to do is watch what's going on. I don't want to hear their rhetoric or anything else, their story that they need to pass, you know. It's just bullshit, and I know it. That's it. Are these motherfuckers working today? I mean, for real? I mean, I don't know, guys. It may look like we're not going to get a show. It's 10:36. I've never seen them this late. I've seen them 20 minutes late, but 36 minutes late? I don't know. I mean, and obviously, this is their site. It's running. You can go onto their site, get away from mine, go on there. As you can see, they're up, they're live, they're running, and it's the same shit. So, I don't know. I actually kind of want to, I definitely want to stay, though, because if they do decide to come on, I can only imagine how pissed and Stacy Cigar Bollinger and all the rest of the motherfuckers that are sitting there who are now over 36 minutes late sitting in that chamber just waiting. You know? They don't want to hear it today. Absolutely. They're hiding. They got the covers over their head. They got earplugs in. Non-citizens being cops arresting citizens in Illinois. Huh? Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, that just you see the smoke coming off my head?
Hello. Do you speak English, sir? Parlo usted English?
BlackRock bought all the burnt land in Hawaii for the nickels on. Oh, I'm sure they did. Because what they'll do is they've contaminated it. So they say, okay, well, you want to stay in your contaminated area and die and get cancer? Go ahead. If not, we'll buy it all up. And then they put beachfront resorts up there. Yeah. fucked up. I don't care what any way you look at it. It's fucked up. People should be so goddamn angry. I don't think they're angry enough. And I don't think the people that are away from Hawaii are angry much at all. They just know that it happened and that's that. And they're kind of sad, I guess. But they should be quite pissed. Oh, yeah, Calamity. That's what I was saying. If there's a video, I need to find it and I need to post it. There's a video two people took. One in a helicopter ride. And then, you know what they did is after these people did helicopter and drone surveys of the burns, what did they do? They put a TFR. They put a fucking flight restriction over certain areas. Why would they do that? 10, 15, 20 days now after a fucking 20 days after the disaster, you need a flight restriction for what? What's going on over there that you don't want people to see? Or what didn't happen over there that happened over here? I mean, why do you turn water off when people are fighting? How do you give a firefighter a tool to fight a fire without a water? That's another thing. They didn't tell you how many firefighters died. I think there was 12 that died. So, yeah. They killed those people. And again, everybody telling me all this, that, and the other, how great the Marines and all that shit are. Well, you tell me. 40,000 Marines in Oahu. Not one of them. You show me the video. Don't tell me. Show me the video where you see them taking shovels and cutting a fire line or helping folks out or bringing water or anything. I see them standing around 5 days later in a shot. That's it. Now, again, I can't really blame the Marines in a sense because, again, they're robots. That's all they are. You go here, you shoot that. Okay. See you later. Let me go over there and shoot that. Okay? No different than a cop. And that's how that works. So you tell me, we have so many bases there. Couldn't help any of these folks out? No airlifts? You couldn't grab choppers and start airlifting fucking people out of there? I mean, no help. Just wait till it ravaged everything and then we're like, oh, okay. Well, we tried to help. Wow, that isn't it at all. Okay, well, you show me, T-Maker. Again, look at the link that's pinned to the top. Click that link, go onto my Instagram, and I don't want you to fucking tell me what you think happened. Show me the videos of these Marines or Air Force or fucking any of the branches of service helping anybody on the island the day of the fucking fire. Not 7 days after the fucking fire. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. I'm being looted? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think these people are coming on today. I mean, it's the right date. Today's the 29th, right? Yeah. 10:40. They should have been on 40 minutes ago. Why would they actually want to help when we could blame climate change? Well, come on now. In Illinois, non-citizen cops arresting citizens. In Illinois, non-citizen cops arresting citizens. A non-citizen cop. So you mean a cop from like Venezuela is coming over here and arresting people in his own Venezuelan cop car? Is that what we're talking about here? I don't even get it. I'm reading it slow over and over because, again, I'm really slow. I'm of low IQ. I keep telling you. I just don't get it. That ought to work out well. That's what you get for living in democratic cities. I mean, again, I live in one, but that's it. That's why. If that's true, I mean, again, it's just it speaks volumes, speaks for itself. Migrant cops, I'm guessing. Thanks, Bree. Shout out to you in Iowa, Marshalltown. Shout out to everybody in Clinton, Iowa, too. I don't know, Em. They're scared, Em, because their buddy got 3.5 years in prison, so they're scared. It was announced all over the news last night. So today, I'd assume today would be a lot of fireworks. So maybe they don't want to show up because the news might be in there. The actual, 4, 5, 7, all them. They might be there. So who knows? So it's late. It's delayed because of a translator, or they're waiting for another one. Oh my God, are you serious? Is that really? Really? Fucking translator couldn't show. And you're telling me there isn't one motherfucker in there that probably couldn't do a decent translation? Not one. You're telling me Kevin DeLeon, who gets up here, speaks better English than myself, and then all of a sudden, appeals to his constituents that are Latino in perfect Spanish, and I mean perfect. When he's talking to the Salvadorians, he's got a Salvadorian kind of accent too. He's talking to Mexican folks. He's talking with a little Mexican accent to them. So you're telling me, finally, these motherfuckers got it going. Holy shit, look how packed it is.
Welcome to this meeting of your Los Angeles
Look at how
City
packed
Council.
it is.
Today is
Holy
Tuesday,
shit.
August 29th, 2023. I'm Paul Krikorian, President of the Council, and I want
Pig-
to apologize
pig
again for
motherfucker.
those who are here in the chambers and those who are waiting at home for the delay in getting started. There was a technical issue with our Spanish translation that has been resolved now.
Of course.
And,
43 minutes to fix the translation issue.
Meeting, and I'd like to call us to order, please. So, Madam Clerk, if you could. Oh, and by the way,
43
I
minutes.
should have said at the outset,
44.
we will be taking public comment both in person here in the council chambers and by teleconference. With that, Madam Clerk, if you would please call the roll.
Yes, sir.
Her too, Moxie.
De Leon, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Krikorian, Lee, McCosker, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 15 members present.
Do we see any of the suspects, guys? I don't see any of the usual suspects. I don't see Kat's
minutes
boyfriend.
of August 25th, 2023.
Councilmember McCosker moves. Councilmember Soto Martinez seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Lee moves. Councilmember Park seconds. Next.
Mr. President, today is Tuesday. It's time for the flag salute.
Very good. Thank you very much. I'd like
let's have that same chick Paldea do the flag salute again. Let's have her. Can we have her see it again? Because she's the best at it.
Please stand if you are able. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
To the republic for which it stands.
Under God.
To the republic for which it stands, not the democracy for which it stands. Remember that. It's in the fucking song, ladies and gentlemen. So anyone tells you about democracy, this, that, and the other, for the republic for which it stands.
Yes, Mr. President. There is a request to hold item 5 on the desk, sir, and also there is a request to continue item 9 to November 8, 2023.
Mancher, thank you so much for the subscription to Tier 1. Welcome back.
Item 1 is an item noticed for public hearing. Items 2 through 8
guys.
are items which public
And
hearings
girls,
have been held.
ladies and gentlemen.
Items 9 through 28 are items which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Very good. Without objection, those items are now before us. Members, are there any of those items that you would like to call special? Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Per advice from the city attorney, I want to recuse myself from item 6 out of an abundance of caution and because I am a landlord in the city.
Thank you very much.
You're a landlord and you've been federally indicted. You're the next to go down.
Reason based on the same advice. Thank you very much, Mr. Price. Mr. Blumenfield.
He's the next one to get 3.5
Item 6,
years
I
in
wanna
jail.
move that we move the budget committee report.
Very good. And I'll second that. Councilmember Hernandez.
Yeah, he was federally indicted last month.
Item
This
5
guy.
Special for comments and an amendment, as well as item 8.
Girl, you
for
should
an
wear
amendment,
white.
and I
You
believe
look
the
slimmer
city
in the
attorney has
white.
that language.
All right. Can we go ahead and
All
read the
those other
amendment into the record, please?
things you wear. I don't know, man.
For item,
They ain't the greatest blouses.
I move that the matter of the Civil Rights, Equity, Immigration, Aging, and Disability Committee report.
First one of the
relative to
day, 50.
Creation of an Office of Survivor and Victim Services within Community Investment for Families Department, CIFD, to serve as the sole provider of survivor and victim services. Item number 5 on today's council agenda, CF number 23-0050.
No, she
be
likes to
amended
wear those
adopt the following
weird,
in lieu of the recommendations contained in the committee
pattern,
report. Number 1,
blouses.
instruct the CIFD
Looks
in
weird.
collaboration with the Civil and Human Rights and Equity Department, City Administrative Officer, and Chief Legislative Analyst in consultation with the City Attorney to report within 60 days on funding and procurement process necessary to create an Office of Survivor and Victim Services within the CIFD to provide survivor and victim services, including in cases of police violence. This report should include establishing an enhanced and independent family liaison program within CIFD.
Well, remember,
Number 2,
they're trying to bring the mask back already here. So they're already, she's going to be back in chic. She's going to be back the one in fashion soon.
report on the following data from the last 2 years.
I got to make my shirt.
A,
Fuck your
number
mask.
of cases received broken down by 1, category of assistance for which the case is eligible and or was requested by the participant. 2, category of crime or harm related
Hi,
to
Christina.
each case. And B, a breakdown of
Can
services
Stink sing
rendered
to
for
you?
each case received.
He doesn't sing.
And I believe we need...
It's your birthday, though? Happy birthday to you.
Second.
I
I will
can sing
second
to you. Happy
that.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
And Councilmember Blumenfield, I apologize. I had my item numbers mixed up a little bit. On
Happy birthday,
your
Christina.
motion on the Budget and Finance Committee's recommendations, I seconded it. I cannot second that, so we will need a different seconder. Councilmember Rodriguez,
I
thank
mean,
you.
what's the point? You can't second it. He's
all right,
recusing himself. I mean, what the
Councilmember
fuck are
Hernandez,
you
did you have
idiots even
anything
in
else?
here for? 48 minutes late?
There was the
The
amendment
fuck out
motion
of
for
here.
number 8.
Fucking
Oh,
morons.
I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
How do you
So
idiots
I
get
move that
anything
the matter
done?
of the Public Works Committee report relative to issues relating to the sale, lease, and rental of recreational vehicles, RV,
Hi,
in the
Scare.
public
Hi,
right-of-way,
Squeak.
item number 8 on today's council agenda, CF 23-0529, be amended to
Hi,
also
Deluxe.
adopt the following additional
Sky Queen.
recommendations.
Hi,
Number
Tiff.
4, request the city attorney to report back on the feasibility of including a requirement individuals engaging in the illegal rental of oversized / recreational vehicle
don't
to be
either, Sky,
required
so
to
don't worry
pay
about it.
relocation expenses for any individuals dwelling within the vehicle, including repayment of any illegally collected rental arrears for the duration of the stay. Number 5, instruct the city
least
administrative
it's a new
officer
cover,
to report
T-Moon.
back within 30 days on how this code amendment impacts and or aligns with the citywide rehousing strategy for people experiencing recreational vehicle homelessness. And number 6, instruct the
RV
CAO
homelessness?
to prepare recommendations for how fines collected during enforcement of the amended code can be invested and integrated to help fund the citywide rehousing strategy for people experiencing recreational vehicle homelessness. And I believe this is seconded by...
So they're going to find the people that live in RVs
Councilmember
who
Park,
can't pay
thank you very
fines
much.
and use the money
Okay.
to pay for homelessness? Huh. When we, the
Councilmember
taxpayers, have already paid for it. Huh.
Specials?
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to call item 1 special for a motion.
Banya. Thank you so much, Banya. Good morning.
And I believe the city attorney has that.
It's going off
Okay,
last
can you
night in
go ahead and
Cali.
read that into the
Sure
record,
it was.
Yes,
Mecca of
my
crime here.
understanding is that the appeal has been...
Uh-oh.
The appeal has been withdrawn, and there's no need for a hearing, and unless I am mistaken, I can go ahead and read the motion.
Yeah, I don't see any of our usual suspects, but it's hard because they keep switching the camera so fast. What's
For
up,
item
ASM?
number 1, I move that the matter of categorical exemption from the California Environmental Quality Act.
You want head
CEQA,
from her,
pursuant
Trump?
to state CEQA guidelines.
keep my dick in my
Section
pants, I'm good.
15332, Class 32, case number ENV-2022-6651-CE, and related CEQA findings, communication from the Board of Building and Safety Commissioners, and an appeal filed by Marion King, item number 1, council file number 23-0802, on today's council agenda, be amended to take the following action. Deny the appeal filed by Marion King and thereby sustain the Board of Building and Safety Commissioners' determination to approve a categorical exemption as the environmental clearance and a haul route application to export 2,530 cubic yards of earth for the project located at 3649 and 3651 North Woodhill Canyon Road, subject to conditions of approval. And this has been seconded by Councilmember
I'm
Harris
sorry,
Dawson.
Moxie. I apologize. Yeah, I'm
Very
just trying to
good.
do so much.
Thank
I'm
you
having a
very
problem
much.
with my other
Anything
computer.
else, Councilmember
For some
Rollins?
reason, it's not
Sorry,
staying
is
online.
there a
It keeps
second to Ms.
disconnecting.
Rahman's motion?
Got to figure it out. Like when I refresh, it loses connection to the internet.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
I
wonderful.
saw
Okay.
Councilmember
weird.
Hutt. I saw. He's
Because that one
he
one
is here.
computer
He
is
here.
wireless.
Yes,
Everything else
and
is
he-
hardwired.
Yes, Councilmember Harris Dawson
Thank you.
acknowledges that he is the seconder. All right, members, are there any other specials? Okay, I see no other specials. So, Madam Clerk, what are we prepared to vote on at this
Bro, that
point?
thing's going to hit the
Mr.
dock.
President,
That boat's going to hit the
council may
dock
now
right there,
vote
straight
on
ahead.
Items 2 through 4 and 7.
Bro, he just slammed into the dock.
All right. Members, those items
You
are
don't
now
dock a
before
boat
us.
straight like
I
that.
see no members wishing to be heard.
Who docks a boat
so
straight
let's
like
go ahead
that?
and open the roll.
Boat goes to the side, to the dock, right?
Close the roll and tabulate the
Look at the yellow boat right there.
15 ayes.
Fucking went straight into the dock.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Madam Clerk, is there anything else that's now before us before public comment?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you dock to the side.
No, sir.
Okay.
So that way
before we
passing
begin,
boats don't slam
on
into the
public
back of your
comment,
shit.
I do want to take up
He's
item
parking.
28 out of order, members, and there are speakers who have signed up to speak on that item. So I'd like to ask those speakers to come forward to speak only on that item. We will then take up item 28 for consideration. We'll come back to public comment
You
on
do that back at the
other
marina. That
agenda
is, this is
items,
the
after we conclude item 28.
like a little.
So I'm going to call Andrew Grabner
Oh!
and Donald Harlan.
Oh!
Come forward.
Cat,
only
he's
on item
here.
28.
Cat, he's here. Cat, he's here. Your boyfriend's
And
here.
you'll have 1 minute
Yes.
to speak on
He's
that
okay,
item.
he's okay.
And I'll ask that you stay on the topic of that agenda item, please.
I don't know why this is out of order.
Over or
but
under?
28 is
Over or under?
renaming the Pacoima Wash Natural Park after Cindy Montanez. You know, why are we naming all kinds of stuff after politicians? She's not even dead yet. So you know, like why do we keep? And you know, and you find out all kinds of stuff later about what they did, and you've already named it after them. So now you have to change the name of it to find another one until that person's stuff comes out, and then you have to change the name again. You know, and most of the politicians in the city have been absolutely just horrible. So you know, I mean, like, I mean, look at the council now. So you know. Why don't we just, you know, come up with some name that doesn't involve naming something after an elected official, especially one who's not even that notable, really. At least not that well known, or not that, you know, not like the biggest, you know, person, whatever that people know of.
Next speaker.
What? What? He got 5 ums in. That's it? Oh, it was way under. A lot of you was off.
Grabner, don't shout out during the meeting.
Look at this thing. That's why you don't park like that. Because when motherfuckers got to come through and they're getting towed.
And I'll ask you again, Mr. Harlan.
Once your
please
boat
speak
smashed,
for
it's a
1
sick-ass
minute only
boat.
on this agenda item, which is item 28, the renaming of the Pacoima Wash Natural.
Little tuggers.
Hi,
Jump to the
I'm
tugger.
Donald Harlan. My property is the Pacoima Wash Natural Park. It's not owned by the city. It's owned by me. And you guys aren't to name anything. You aren't to name the Pacoima Wash after Cindy Montañez. Sorry, I don't really know too much about the work Cindy Montañez did. I don't want to harm somebody or speak bad about somebody I really don't know much about, but nobody should be having anything named after them in the city or from the state or from any part of the government. Really, they're not worthy. I feel like they didn't do their job, and there's a lot of corruption. The government's breaking down, and everything's going to hell, and I don't think anybody should get honors or names that worked in or ran a government like that.
Who in the
Thank you. That'll close public comment on.
Did he seem a
this
little sick or
agenda item.
tired?
So, Madam Clerk.
No,
we're
man,
ready to
doesn't seem
take this
himself.
item up. And members, if I could just
Yeah, leave his property alone, right,
open
BJ?
on this item. And
He
I wanna
owns the-
thank
the
Councilmember
wash.
Rodriguez for co-presenting this motion, and Councilmember
of course he
Padilla
can
for
see.
her second.
He's Donald
I
Harlan.
know that this is a motion that has a lot of support around this horseshoe, and for good reason. As all of you know, and our speakers apparently don't know, but all of us know, and the members of the audience here, most of the members of the audience know, Cindy Montañez has for decades set an example of public service.
I don't give a shit. Again, I think because they were fucking 40 minutes late, now they're not giving everybody fucking 3 minutes on the agenda items plus 1 minute of general comment. They're just going to give everybody 1 minute of general comment, and then that's that. That's how you go and get it. So now you wasted an hour of going each way, plus sitting there for 40 minutes while these dickheads try to figure out problems, and paid for it.
All of us depend on. She was born and raised in the city of San Fernando, was a student at UCLA, started her activism there when she was one of a handful of students who launched a hunger strike to force the chancellor to begin a Chicano and Chicana studies program, and she was successful in that. And at the age of only 25, she was elected to the City Council of San Fernando, the youngest person ever elected to the City Council of San Fernando.
Yeah, like that's a big deal. You know who's on the Van Nuys City Council? Johnny G.
In the history of the state
That's
of
how to tell you
California,
something. Johnny
to be
G is on a
elected to the
city
California
council
State Assembly.
telling you about how
And
light poles should be
within
more
a couple of years,
identifiable so you don't
by
walk
the end
into
of her
them.
first term, in fact, she was
Because we
named
always
by
walk
the
into
Speaker
things that are solid
to be
objects
the
right in front of you.
chair
You
of
don't
the
walk around
powerful
them. Your parents
Rules
never
Committee,
taught you.
which is a trusted position of
Even blind folks,
of
they understand
authority
solid
that
objects.
the speaker
They understand
depends
sound.
upon.
They
And
go around
in
it.
Becoming the chair of the Rules Committee, she again became the youngest person, the first
James, it's a
Latina,
new,
and the first
stream
Democratic
in
woman
Florida.
ever to hold that position as chair of the Rules Committee. During her first term in the Assembly, she was an incredibly effective legislator who had 10 bills make it out of the legislature and onto the governor's desk and were signed by the governor into law. Her work
She
throughout
might have
her time in Sacramento
Parkinson's.
focused a great deal on education, on the environment, on health care, protecting the rights of consumers,
Or MS, yeah.
workers, and children.
Multiple
After
sclerosis.
leaving the state legislature, she became the assistant general manager of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. And I'm so glad to see so many of the representatives of the department here.
Oh
to
yeah, we're
recognize her
so happy to
extraordinary
see
work
the
there as well.
Department of Water and Power
She
here.
was AGM at DWP.
People that eat
when I was a
Americans
member of the
alive,
State Assembly.
they're overcharged
And
fucking
so I
electrical
had
bills.
the personal opportunity to
here.
work very closely.
So glad you
with
assholes could
Cindy
make it out.
in setting our
She's never
state
one of you fucking
and this
thieves.
utility on a path towards greener electricity and much greater commitment to water conservation and in so many other ways where she brought her environmental advocacy to the largest municipally owned
I'm telling you, if
utility
I was in there,
America.
I'd be sitting there going like this, and then when he tells me,
Since
"Excuse me, what are you doing?" I'm
2016,
no, come on,
she's
go ahead,
been
just
the
keep going,
CEO
just
of
go
Tree
ahead, no,
People,
go ahead,
one
no,
of,
go ahead, stop,
all
don't
of our
stop,
favorite
go ahead.
Organizations here in town. Used to be a
I'm telling
part
you,
of
I'd
my
be like that,
district,
front row.
no longer is, but
Jacking off when
still
he's
very
talking.
much respect and appreciate the extraordinary work of Tree People, where under Cindy's stewardship, Tree People has grown from its LA
Speaking of
base
Tree People, I need to
become
smoke
the
some trees.
fastest growing environmental nonprofit in Southern California. It works to support sustainable urban ecosystems through education, advocacy, volunteer community-based action, and it does more than plant trees and educate people. It brings people together around their commitment to environmental sustainability. In 2020, she returned again to serve her hometown once more and was once again elected to the City Council of San Fernando, bringing things full circle in her public service career. And she's left an incredible mark on our neighbor, the city of San Fernando, as well.
No,
in
he's just
many
rambling,
ways.
cat.
She led efforts to create and maintain the Cesar Chavez Memorial Park, the city's Olympic pool, senior citizen housing, the
P-Rex.
Rudy Ortega Senior Park, and planting over 1,000 trees in the city of San Fernando. One of the things that she did with her environmental advocacy and her deep commitment to her hometown was initiating
Hitting the
a
P-Rex?
concept that transformed the 8th Street Park into the Pacoima Wash Natural Park, with walking trails, incredible views of the
It's like the
Angeles
gun in
Forest,
Battlefield.
the
P-Rex?
forest, a beautiful shady picnic area under a
handgun?
grape arbor, and consistent with her work as at DWP, a stormwater capture project that channels runoff from the city streets into an arroyo to replenish the water table and recharge our aquifer.
Won't
At
they
her
shoot that with a
request,
Polaroid?
that park will be planted with
Look at how-
milkweed
look
to make it a destination.
how long
and
ago did they take this
habitat
picture?
for monarch butterflies that are.
It has to be an old
becoming,
picture. I mean, look
rarer
how
in
uncrisp
Los
it is.
Angeles, but thanks to Cindy, they will have a place to
I mean,
increase
fuck,
their
iPhones
numbers
have a
there.
cleaner picture. Come on, man.
So, Cindy, since the Pacoima Wash and members, since the Pacoima Wash overlaps the boundary between the city of San Fernando
And that's Donald
and the city
Harlan's
of Los
property, the
Angeles,
Wash. He already
it
told
seems
you.
especially appropriate that we do our part in recognizing the lifetime of achievement in public service of someone whose own record of public service also overlaps the boundary between the city of San Fernando and the city of Los Angeles. And that's the reason that we wanted to introduce this motion to rename the Pacoima Wash Natural Park as to honor Cindy Montañez as a tribute to her contributions to the city of Los Angeles and to the city of San Fernando, and indeed to the state of California as well. So with that, members, I request your aye vote on this item. And I'd be
Where's
happy to
Big Head?
hear
I don't know if he's in the
from
room
any
today.
members who would like to speak on this item. And then I believe as we conclude the vote on that item, we will also have a presentation to make as well. On the item, Councilmember Yaroslavsky, or you would rather wait? Okay. Councilmember Blumenfield?
Cindy, I just so thrilled that we're doing this, and I urge an aye vote. You have been just such an incredible champion for our communities and for the environment. And I've known Cindy 25 years and our lives have intersected in a variety of ways. When I first met you, I think I was working for the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy, and you were just elected to City of San Fernando, and then switched roles. I was working for Howard Berman, and you were in the there, and then in the Assembly, and we got to work together because the districts overlapped, and we got to work on different projects together, and I got to see you in action as just making a difference as just a dynamo in the community, and for years, just different ways, and then I was in the Assembly, and then you're working for an environmental group for tree people that I used to work with closely with the Conservancy, and it's our lives just kind of going in and out, but the consistency of that has been just your steadfast caring for community. You know, a lot of folks, especially out in the valley, they don't realize parts of our valley exist, but you were out there fighting always, and fighting for the community and for the environment, and I'm just grateful, and I think this is a really appropriate
Any
wash
gray
to
screen
name,
at all,
given
guys?
The work that you've done, and I'm just glad to see you here, and just want to urge all my
'Cause
colleagues
there's none on
to-
my side at all.
to vote yes
Chris,
on this
thank you so
important
much.
item, to celebrate someone who's made such a difference,
No?
and who I have great respect for.
Good.
So I urge and I vote.
It's crisp too. Good.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
because I turned up.
Councilmember Hernandez.
We're the highest we've ever been as far as
Council
bit rate,
President.
as
Ms.
far
Montañez,
upload
my name is
rate.
Eunice
so.
Hernandez. I just got elected
higher
last
I
year.
go, the crisper it gets.
Got sworn in December, and I just want to give you my deepest gratitude for you being here, but also for you dedicating your
Good.
life at such
glad
a young
everybody's
age
good.
to serve in a position like this. This has been one of the most difficult things that I've ever taken on, and so to know that you started so young and just didn't stop there. You just kept giving back to your community, so that there's like intergenerational impacts.
Nice. Shout
Ojalá
out to
que
you,
tus padres
Underground.
estén muy orgullosos de ti porque has hecho un gran trabajo. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí.
See? She could have
Es un
translated.
gran honor poder darle este honor
Get
a
outta
su
here.
hija por todo el trabajo que ha hecho para todo el condado y la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Thank you so much, Ms. Montañez.
Better
Really
English
appreciate
than
you. Thank you for
mine,
being here.
better Spanish than mine. Get out of here. She could.
Right, thank
We
you
shouldn't have
very
been 40 minutes late, unless she
With
was
that,
late the whole
members,
40 minutes too.
I'd like to call
She
for
could have
the
done
vote
just
on
fine
this
for all of
item.
us.
Madam Clerk.
And
if
again,
you
I
could
ask
please
you,
open the roll,
in the first 40 minutes, how many people will we talk to that needed translation?
close the roll,
many?
and tabulate the votes.
15 eyes.
That measure passed.
course the measure is going to pass. I want to see who's the asshole who said no. Who said no? One asshole said no. That'd be fucked up.
Thank you, members. And with that, I'd like to recognize Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you
here
so
we go.
much,
Monica.
Mr. President. I will do my best to get through this. First of all, I want to take a moment to acknowledge everyone that's come out today. The Northeast San Fernando Valley is really repping this morning here in council chambers. You know, I always talk about representing the 7th District and this island in my district called the City of San Fernando. But the truth is, for those of us that have the privilege of being from our neighborhoods, we know that our communities intersect at great lengths. There is really no dividing line.
Oh, come on. Kidding me right now. Come on.
Between our community. We are one Northeast San Fernando Valley. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the mayor of the City of San Fernando, who has also joined us, a proud city employee, Celeste Rodriguez. You know, there's nothing like a Rodriguez in the house. Of course, all of our colleagues that have joined, from Tree People, the Department of Water and Power, everyone who has a heart for service is here today to recognize someone who has been a stalwart in advocating for our community. And when I talk about our community, I'm not just talking about the Northeast San Fernando Valley, I'm talking about the Latino community, which often gets overlooked and underrepresented. Cindy, you started at a very young age, taking on fights that you did it with grace, you did it with humility, and you did it with passion, from an example that you derived at a very early age from your parents, and the struggles that our communities that so often we experience.
I don't think he's going to make it.
You know, they say that you should live your life.
I don't think you're going to make it, bud.
Know how many
turn that fucking boat around and slow it the fuck down before you hit the goddamn thing again.
Look at him now. Look at him. That incredible example with every act and action that you've taken on.
This is the guy who crashed into the... Oh, is he going to crash into the thing again? You better turn quick. Bro almost hit the dock twice in front of us. Stop it. What's that dude doing?
And came together.
He almost hit the dock twice. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What's that guy doing? He's going way too fast.
And it's true today. And it will continue to be true each and every day. And I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to celebrate you, not posthumously, but we're
in Amsterdam. This is Florida.
You deserve to hear it.
I think it's in
Miami. For every sacrifice, for every hit you ever took on our behalf. And let's not make any mistakes, folks. As Latinas, we take a lot harder hits than any of our male counterparts.
It says South Florida.
Am I right, ladies? Okay.
It just says South Florida.
We hear it all the time.
Marina Industries Association.
You're not nice enough. You don't smile enough. Maybe you should say it a little bit differently. And I remember that you reacted in such a way sometimes that was perhaps unorthodox. But you made a change in how people heard us, how they saw us, and how they recognized our immense power. And when they tried to silence you, they were ineffective at doing so.
Looks like Miami.
That's what made you incredibly talented and gifted at what you did. It's how you continued to lead change. And whether you did it as an environmental
Jose
activist,
Fernandez out there
whether
on cocaine.
you did it as an activist on behalf of our community,
on a boat,
you were relentless. You were unstoppable. And your legacy will live on long in perpetuity.
It's not in sync?
We only dare to dream to be able to do the same thing. In your
I'm going to have to
footsteps.
refresh then, guys, if it's not in sync. Is it in sync or not for you guys? Let me tell you. Is it okay?
I'm so
Let me know.
proud that this park will be named in your honor, or is being named in your honor. I was proud to be part of the leadership to help
fine
make
there.
it happen. I want to thank all my colleagues in the city of San Fernando.
It's fine. It's fine. Looks good.
Many who, some that are here.
So
those
whoever
that
has
weren't
that
able to
problem,
be
just
here,
refresh your side.
For our collaboration to help make this happen. There's a lot more work that stands to be done to really fulfill our community's truest and fullest potential. But I'm grateful for the example and the work that you did that left us and leaves us in great standing to continue to build off of the incredible legacy that you set.
Fucking Dave.
I was proud to be a big advocate and work alongside you. I joked about how you and I nearly became opponents. You know, politics is strange.
Oh, you didn't joke about nothing. When you were opponents, you didn't like her. Let's be honest, Monica.
End up.
I know how women can get
But
pretty
I will say
goddamn
it's
catty.
our commitment to the greater
be
cause
honest.
of our community that has always kept us in alignment. And I want to say thank you to you and your beautiful family for all of the sacrifices that you made on behalf of making our community better. Your legacy will live on forever. Congratulations on this well-deserved naming of this park.
So she got a park
Thank
named
you.
after her? That's pretty cool.
Councilmember De Leon, followed by Councilmember Padilla.
That's fucked up. How?
Excuse me, there will be
How
no shouting
was
out
talking about
at
her.
all.
She's not even dead yet, and you're already naming
Ms.
something
Lewis,
about her. And then just
I'm
laughed.
just telling you
What a-
right now,
what a
you'll be
dickhead.
removed if I hear any shouting out or
What a
disruption
dick.
of this meeting at all. Mr. De Leon.
Thank you much, Mr. President. Ms. Rodriguez, thank you very much for the very beautiful, for the very powerful words. to
No, we haven't
all the
heard
ladies and
anything
gentlemen
public
in the
comment other than
audience here
two
today who
people.
have been invited,
Then they went to here.
and to the public at large, and to
I don't know why
my
they did that.
incredibly
Why do two
esteemed
and then go
colleagues. It is truly an honor to be here today to recognize and pay tribute to a remarkable woman. She has made, without a doubt, an indelible mark on our hearts, in our communities, and on our city and state. Her story, a lot of folks don't know, started with two incredible people.
See, better English than
a
mine.
beautiful woman from Veracruz,
See, here-
Veracruzana, Margarita,
Here
and
comes
a
the
rugged
Spanish.
man from Chihuahua.
Okay. He
Veracruzana,
could have done it too.
Chihuahuense, who met together.
He's perfect in bilingual.
And these two individuals went on to have 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls, a Mexican Brady Bunch, if you will. In fact, a lot of folks don't know that a lot of immigrants who come to this country watch American English TV shows. My mother, when she came to this country as a single mother with a 3rd grade education, watched I Love Lucy. Your mother watched the Brady Bunch, and that's why Cindy Montañez is named after the character on the Brady Bunch, Cindy. A factoid that I think a lot of folks would really appreciate, especially in Hollywood. You know.
She's named after Cindy Brady. That's great.
These immigrant parents ended up teaching
Marsha,
you the value of
Marsha,
hard
Marsha.
work, determination,
Well, that was Jan.
and resiliency. And Cindy Montañez was one of those kids. Cindy is a testament to the power of determination, the embodiment of community empowerment, and a symbol of what can be achieved when passion meets purpose. It was through her parents and family that she cultivated a deep sense of empathy, an awareness for justice, and a drive to make a difference in the human condition. Her path to greatness was paved with determination as she showed it as a student at UCLA. And Mr. Krikorian just articulated so nicely just a few moments ago that
she that young?
you demonstrated
Yes.
your resolve by participating in that hunger strike. We saw
Know
that
that,
picture of
Diane.
you, that hunger strike to establish the Chicano Studies Department that today is known as the Cesar E. Chavez Department of Chicana Studies, because of you and your resiliency. In fact, it was back then that we met for the first time, Cindy, on the UCLA campus. A campus that I had gone on for the first time
Jeez,
since I
Cynthia.
applied to UCLA and was rejected from UCLA. You know, but I went on that campus when I heard about the hunger strike for the establishment of Chicano Studies. And that was the first time you and I met. And we broke bed in one of the tents.
You guys was boning in the
I was in
tent?
awe of your fortitude and commitment back then. And I've been in awe of your fortitude and commitment ever since then.
I don't know,
Cindy has
Princess. I don't
always
see
been
him.
a trailblazer, an advocate, and a tireless champion for the causes that matter most to her and to her community. As mentioned a few moments ago, but I think we should highlight once again, at just the age of 25, she was elected the youngest mayor and council member
So I said they were boning in
of
the
her
tents.
hometown, San Fernando, which is well represented here today. And by the age of 28, she shattered records while becoming the youngest woman ever elected to the California State Legislature. And she made history, as mentioned a few moments ago, as being the first Latina, the first woman, the first Democratic woman to ever chair the very powerful Assembly Rules Committee. And for folks who don't know that, when you're bestowed that title, that means the speaker has to have full 100% confidence in you. That is an incredible feat. And that showed your dogged determination and your unyielding loyalty to those who stood by you in the trenches. Her work in Sacramento was extraordinary and her impact immeasurable. She authored the landmark Car Buyers Bill of Rights, the Lemon Law, ensuring that consumers had the protections that they deserve, especially for those communities of color, those immigrants, those who are being paid the cash, those who don't have the credit or the financial wherewithal to secure regular, normal financing instruments to purchase something simple as a car, to take their children to school, to go to work. That's what you did, to give them those protections. Her legacy in the environmental space is awe-inspiring. Such a powerful and amazing delegation here from Tree People who have come here in force because of what you've done, planting those trees. We've had countless conversations. Why is it that in our neighborhoods we have no trees, we have no shades? Why is it in our neighborhoods we have concrete, cement, and asphalt? Why is it in our neighborhoods, or in other neighborhoods per se, their front yards and their backyards are bigger than our own pocket parks in our own communities?
That
We're
was
talking
just a
about
bridge.
Civil justice.
This
when it
fool
comes
waiting to
that.
get out, sitting in
You
there
led
with his
that
boat,
charge, 'cause
waiting
you
to
were
get
one of
out.
the co-authors of one of the most far-reaching climate change policies, bar
Wants to
none,
go fishing.
in the world, AB 32, the Climate Solutions Act. You were there in the trenches, Cindy, from schools, greening our schools to parks, but Cindy's work extends even further. She was a protector of children, passing laws to shield them from harmful pesticides to abusive parents. Her dedication to education and reform opened doors and opportunity for countless students across California. And as we gather here today, we are acutely aware of Cindy's battle. We're acutely aware. And the way you've carried yourself with poise and with dignity, with such elegance, is such an inspiration and motivation to all of us. If we
He is
could
a good
only
speaker.
be a little bit just like you, Cindy Montañez.
Notice he's not,
Yet, even in the face of adversity,
you know,
once
on the
again, you
phone.
continue to
Even if he wrote that,
inspire
you notice
awe
he's not
in
staring
all
at the
of
paper
us.
for the most part. He's looking at the
Cindy
people.
stands as a human testament that no matter the circumstances, we
Well,
have
whether
the
he
power
wrote
to
it or
achieve
not.
greatness through perseverance and a commitment to the causes that we hold dear. She embodies the spirit.
Speaks better
of
than the other
empowerment
chick who
and
reads like a third
accomplishments to
grader.
find a legacy that is and will forever be a source of
He's just a
inspiration
racist.
for generations to come. Yesterday,
That's his fucked up part.
north in Sacramento, Burbank to Sac, at the California State Assembly, here today in downtown Los Angeles at the
Oh,
LA
I
City
agree,
Council
Fish.
with my colleagues
He's
around this
definitely,
horseshoe. We recognize Cindy for decades of achievement
Playing it
that
up.
have improved the lives of others. Today, Cindy, as you know, we have representation from the judicial branch.
You want Mr.
Judge
Spindler?
Lucio Armendariz from the
Spindler
California
is
State
probably in
Supreme
there. Let's
Court.
hope. I don't
we
see
have
him,
Madam Mayor from the city of San Fernando. We have the city manager of the city of San Fernando, as well as an incredible number of staff
John, they
members
won't throw him
from the
out,
city of
even
San
though he's
Fernando who
racist.
have
They're scared of
engaged
him.
with you every single day.
He's the kind of
From
dude
the
where you're gonna
LA
confront him and he's gonna
UWP
box you about
family
it.
and Marty.
He'll fight
is
you
here.
over it, literally,
And you treat people
fisticuffs.
here, and
He's
everyone
gonna throw.
who's come here
He's gonna throw
collectively,
hands
the
with you.
folks who don't know you,
That's why they're
who
scared of
get
that
to
dude.
know you, this is what it's
All the rest of them are
about.
punks.
For those folks,
He'll
that
throw hands.
We stand on their shoulders.
Go meet him in public.
I can say, Cindy, from my heart,
There's videos of him throwing hands with people in public.
yours, on behalf of the community,
Grabbing fools with headlocks.
we thank you. In a world now where political friendships
That's
and
why.
loyalties are driven by algorithms, they simply don't make them like you anymore.
The rest of
You're
them
tough
won't
as
throw the
nails.
hands. He
You're
will.
rock solid.
He don't
You've
care.
been there in the trenches through all the battles. You see through all of this stuff. And you stood strong, like a solid
I don't
oak.
think he cares about winning. Nobody can win them all. That's
Mi
true.
corazón,
Angel. I don't think that's the point. The
familia
point is just to
Montañez,
stick
Doña
up for
Margarita,
yourself and not back
Don
down.
Manuel y toda la familia.
Have a backbone.
Colectivamente nos sentimos honrados por la presencia de su querida hija, super hijasa, una mujer fiel, un pilar de nuestra economía, un pilar de nuestra comunidad. Gracias, mi querida Cincin. Te quiero mucho.
He's
I
going
love you so
gray.
much.
Just
Thank you
noticed.
to you.
I'm looking at the
Gracias
side.
a todos.
All the stress is finally getting to him a little bit. It's time to, he's going to have to get the Just for Men kick going soon.
Thank you. Councilmember Padilla, followed by Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Oh, this is the one who can't say the Pledge of Allegiance.
You know, a lot of things have been said, and I echo all of the great words that came from Ms. Rodriguez.
Yeah, because I don't have any of my own.
From you, Mr. De Leon. But I did, you know, I would regret it if I didn't say this. You know, I'm somebody who was in middle school when my own older sisters and siblings started to introduce me to the concept of identifying as Chicana. And it always seemed too distant from me, something that just didn't really make sense. Like, what are you talking about? What is this? What exactly is this identity? And I gotta say that it wasn't until I got to high school and I started to see your race and I started to see your mailers and I saw a lot of those pictures that we got to see today of your activism and everything related to what it meant to be a Chicana fighter for Chicano issues, that it finally made sense to me. And I want to thank you for that. And I want you to know that I will always remember you and thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I want to let you know that it was because of that that I felt like there was somebody from my backyard that was actually with that identity, with that activism, with that leadership. So please know that those photos, those mailers that were coming to our house were inspiring people like me when I was still in high school. So thank you. I am incredibly excited, very honored to be somebody as part of the motion that is going to be naming such a big, incredible asset of the Northeast San Fernando Valley after you. And every time that I pass by it, I will always remember you and remember that inspiration that you caused in me when I was still in high school. So thank you again. We're so happy to have you here.
See the difference in speakers? One was definitely more heartfelt.
Thank you. Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
You know?
Thank you, Council President
smashing.
and Councilwoman Rodriguez.
It's really like a monorail.
And Padilla for bringing this.
Just
motion
one
to
train
you.
on one track going back
I
and
am
forth.
so glad we're doing this. Cindy, you are one of our city's best, and I can't think of a more well-deserved and fitting honor for one of our most dedicated public servants and environmental champions. You and I worked closely together on Measure W, the countywide stormwater ballot that was overwhelmingly adopted in 2018, and there's a bunch of our colleagues who are here today.
Fucking Ian.
While our paths had crossed before, this was the first time when I came to know you and experience firsthand what a force you are. We all have our own style and how we get things done, but no one does it like you. You lead with generosity, curiosity, and warmth, and are effective because of your ability to connect on a human level. You've successfully bridged the gap between the traditional environmental community
Jeff.
and the environmental justice community.
Stinks will get the
And
honor.
in so doing, you've made the whole stronger than the sum of its parts.
Can finally go now.
You bring people together, you build coalitions, and most importantly, you show up. And you keep
They're
showing
fishing.
up long after the public-facing work is done. After our time working together on W was over, you became a mentor and a good friend when I was running for this seat. You were always calling to check in, always texting, making sure I was raising my money and knocking on doors. And you always showed up to knock on doors with me or help raise money even when you were in the throes of chemo. It's who you are. The morning of the tropical storm last week, we met at your mom's house because what else are two water nerds going to do during a hurricane? We talked about your incredible career and just how much you've accomplished in such a short amount of time. And I've been thinking about that conversation since and what we can all learn from you, Cindy. I think what it really comes down to
Time to go fishing.
is how to be brave. It's about being brave enough to keep showing up and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Brave enough to stick your neck out and step out on faith to fight for your community, even when you're the first one, so that others can be brave enough to follow. Brave enough to show your humanity to people, and in doing so, create the space for others to do the same. That's how you've moved through your life, with bravery and with grace, and that is how you built an incredible legacy. So Cindy, again, I am so grateful to you and to your family, and so happy to be able to join in honoring you today. The park dedication
I
is
knocked it
meaningful,
offline.
and it is, of course,
that's
not
what I
enough. I and so many others will continue to honor your legacy by showing up, by finding the places of overlap across our communities, putting in the hard work of relationship building and coalition building. And the work will happen in no small part because you came before us and you show how to do it. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Her name is actually Cindy.
Colleagues,
Yes.
I want to thank all of you for such moving, heartfelt
Jesus Christ, this has
tribute
been
to our
25
friend,
minutes already.
Cindy Montañez. And the only thing I wish to add, Cindy,
It's 11:30.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky
We haven't
just
done
mentioned
anything but
your,
heard two people.
leading with generosity, and that just struck me so much because it's what I
Hour and a
remember
half to hear two people.
about everything you've ever done. I remember when I was, a lawyer thinking about maybe running for office.
How many Bob Barker?
And you were already a rising
I have,
star, a member of the assembly, somebody who
Price
was
is Right.
Being written about, in publications all over the country. And despite that, you were completely willing to, talk to me about, what you were doing to help.
That reminds me of my
to show up
girlfriend,
at events
Manuela.
in the community, in the neighborhood.
Oh
And
my God! If
unlike
you haven't seen
so
her,
many,
Manuela, oh
who
my
seek
God, you need to
political
Google
office,
that.
You didn't need to
Manuela,
wave your hands.
Price is
and
Right.
Have everybody
Guys,
look at
do it.
you, and you didn't
Open a
need
separate
to draw
page and tell me what you
attention
see.
to yourself. You didn't need to, seek out recognition.
My
you
God.
weren't interested in any of that.
Fine as
you always led not only with generosity but with humility.
She is fine as fuck.
And with inclusiveness.
Bob Barker's on
you
Epstein
led by
Island boning
giving
at 99?
other
I don't
people
know,
the
bro.
ability to
He's
participate in
99.
what you were doing and to be
Good one.
recognized.
He had a good run.
In a way that I think inspired me and obviously inspired.
She's pregnant
Councilmember
again? Who?
Padilla
Hold on a
and
second. Who had two
inspired so many
babies with my
others
wife?
that you may not even know.
Who's up in there?
You may not even
banging
know
out my wife.
The people that you
Huh?
inspired to come and to do more with their own lives because of your inspiration.
Huh?
And one of the sayings that
Her
I
husband.
think of a lot when I'm thinking about
Didn't know
public
she was
service is
married.
an old
Now she goes
ancient
down a
Greek
notch.
proverb.
She is, Hunter.
That
She's
seems
she's
especially
she's easy on the
appropriate
eyes.
to your record of service.
I don't care if she's 54, she's 34,
it's that a
54, 24,
society
she's
grows
hot.
great
44,
when
good-looking
old
woman.
people plant trees, the shade of which they will never
I hate
rest
a
in.
cat.
And you have throughout your life,
Cat, you got a boyfriend already. You already
both
taken Mr.
literally
Harlan, and you are living great
metaphorically
lives. with all the
planted
property you guys
those
own.
trees, and whether whatever else is ahead of you, whatever else is ahead of the rest of us, your legacy, because of what you've done, is so firmly
Viking babes for you? As in like Minnesota Vikings?
The people that you've touched, in the things that you, the laws that you've enacted, the trees that you've planted, the things that you've built. that you will continue for many, many decades to come to influence our society.
Yeah, he was 99.
Our community, people
he was
around
up there.
us.
That's what I said. He had a really good
whether
run.
or not you've ever met them,
Can't be mad
you
at
will
somebody
have left
99 passing.
That
That's a really good
lasting
run.
contribution.
Think about how
I
many
think
little
that's
kids
the sort
died.
of thing that all of us
10,
in public
12,
service can only
14,
aspire to and
7,
have
8.
achieved. So we're
Leukemia,
so
things like
grateful to
that.
you for your
I had a
long
niece
record
who
of
died at
service.
17.
We're so grateful to you for
She didn't even
being with
graduate
us
high school.
here today to be able to
She died from
celebrate.
leukemia at 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you
miss
Cindy
you, Mark.
Montañez.
And that's not a good run in life. Okay? So when you can say that you lived 99 beautiful years and did all the things that he did, met all the people he had, and did all the fabulous things for other folks that he had done, yeah, man, all the things he had done for pets, spay and neuter your pets, right? So yeah, man, it's just you need to look at it sometimes just like that. You really do. You're really blessed if you could live to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You're blessed. A lot of folks don't get that. So. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, she passed away a while ago, but it was, it was big to me because, again, I grew up with her.
Cindy,
She
I don't
wasn't
wanna
much
put you on the
younger than
spot.
myself.
I know members want to come and present something to
She
you.
was a
but
great
if
person,
you'd like
great
to
girl.
say a few words.
She didn't deserve any of
the floor
that,
is yours.
and sometimes just fate works weird, Fate takes a lot of the good ones, as you guys know, because I'm sure you guys have all lost people in your families that were good folks. It's way too early.
Now is thank you, Council President, for calling Monica, my dear friend and neighbor. And now we have who's representing the I'm sorry. Imelda Padilla was representing another part of the valley. I have already had, for a while, Bob, I really appreciate everything that we have done for people in the valley. And, life just comes.
Be nice, Balloon.
And only God knows, how long we're supposed to be on this planet. But I tell all of you, do everything you can while you're young.
Be nice, Shaggy. Come on, man.
Because you never know how long you're going to be around. I am grateful for the city of LA. I learned so much from, Marty Adams, Aaron Benjamin, Catherine Rubin, all names, all people, all great leaders of the LA Department of Water and Power. I knew some things about, water.
Thank you, Nanya.
Aaron had talk to me about, what a kilowatt was. And, transitioning the Department of Power to greener alternative fuel. And also, one of my proudest moments was when Marty, myself, and others went up to Sacramento to get $1 billion for groundwater cleanup. Nobody thought we'd get that money. We ended up getting almost all the $1 billion into the budget. And DWP, the city, and ratepayers, we saved that money. And we're going to have
Bless her parents, man.
Cleanup
Parents still being parents.
in the northeast.
Mom and dad right there by her side.
We have never seen anywhere else. So I just want to thank all of my colleagues on the city council and the legislature for everything you've taught me. The community members have been wonderful, and every part of the city that I go and treat people, I love them all. We have a good team, so I hope each one of you in your districts reach out to them to have more trees planted in your communities, especially communities that are vulnerable and don't have the same protection that others do around issues of climate justice. So, thank you all for what you do with the youth, for this recognition. I believe in many of you. I know that you're going to do a great job moving our city forward. So, thank you.
Thank
for
you.
this recognition.
Thank you very much. Cindy Martinez.
Be nice. Why can't you be nice, Balloon? If that happened to somebody in your family, you wouldn't be laughing like that. This woman's a trailblazer. She did something that no other Latina female has done before her. She did do a lot for her city. And you can make fun of what has taken down her physical, what has hurt her physically. But apparently she's got a whole lot done in her life, Balloon. And her last few years here of life, I'm sure, have been real tough on her and her parents. It's great to see her parents there, man. Still being parents in their, what has to be late 70s, 80s. Still there for their kid. I have a little fucking respect sometimes. You know what I mean? Did they mute it? I think they did. I think they muted it on their side, guys. Yep, it's muted. It's back a tick, but I don't care. I just want to leave it that way.
So let's
There it
take
is.
a brief recess, and members, if you could join us behind Ms. Montañez for a group picture. We'll take just a moment to do that, please.
Thank you again, Nunya. Sorry, they were talking, didn't want to get too much, but thank you again, Nunya. That's what I'm saying, David. Why make this stupid joke? A woman had cancer. Okay? And obviously she's suffering from what I think is probably MS. I don't know. Maybe Parkinson's. I thought it was Parkinson's. I don't know. It's probably one of the two. Who knows? I just, no need to kick somebody when they're down like that. There's just no need. Does it make you feel better to do that? If it does, you got to look at yourself, man. It's a sad fucking deal. As you know me, I'm looking at the apple from every angle all the time. She's a councilwoman for San Fernando, city of San Fernando. And the first Latina to hold that position, female, and in the Ethics Commission as well. I believe that's what KDL was saying. So now they've named the park after her there. So she's got a park that'll live in her memory. And, yeah, man. We'll see. Let's get to work would be nice. You know what I mean? You know, they shouldn't. What a spit in the face to this poor lady had to sit here 40 minutes on the day they chose to honor her. 40 fucking minutes late. With all these people that speak perfect Spanish and English. You know what I mean? So come on. Should have never took 40 fucking minutes to get an interpreter. It's ridiculous. Half the people in that fucking crowd over there could be interpreters, I bet. No, she's working for San Fernando, the city of San Fernando, not the city of Los Angeles. Two different councils, just so we're clear. Just like your boy Johnny G. He doesn't work for the LA City Council. He's the Van Nuys City Council. And that's why Van Nuys is such a shithole. Because you have councilmen coming in talking about how you need to make, you know, lamps more identifiable because too many people on the streets are walking into them. I mean, how many of you have walked into a street lamp? I'm guessing none of you. Unless you were walking backwards or not paying attention and that was it. If you were looking forward, willing to bet says none of you have walked into anything purposeful.
All right.
Looking forward.
So we're going to be moving next to the public comment portion of our meeting. So, Madam Clerk and Madam City Attorney, if you could please read in the instructions for both
thank
the
you,
call-in
Calamity. I didn't
and
know.
our
I'm sorry.
comment rules, please.
Yes, sir. As
Do you think so? You
indicated
think
on
it's
the
bargain?
agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment
That's what I
should
said
call
first, but everybody else got it.
669-254-5252
Uh-oh, you got a black screen?
and use meeting ID number
black screen you? What does that mean?
160-535-8466, then press pound.
So what?
Press
We got
pound again when
two
prompted
people in
for
there. All those
participant
people,
ID.
and we had
Once
two in
admitted
there
to
to
the
talk.
meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it's your turn to speak, an
Fucking somebody
automated
shoot
Zoom
me
voice
now.
will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Again, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466, then press pound. Press pound again when prompted
Back to
for
the circus is
participant
right.
ID. Once admitted to the meeting,
It's just wild that it's an hour and 45 minutes in, and all they've got done is talk to two people in there, Grabner and Mr. Harlan, and honored this lady. That was it. In an hour and 45 fucking minutes.
To the agenda items you'd like to speak to, and or whether you want to provide general public comment. You'll have 1 minute
Ass
per item,
backwards.
up to 3 minutes total.
Total
For the
Democrat
items open
show.
for
Ass
public comment,
backwards.
and if you wish, 1 minute for general public comment. Speak to the items
Typical.
before beginning general public comment. We'll tell you when your time is up.
Jenny, you got to get
When
the
speaking
ad
on
block
the agenda items,
extension
you must be on topic.
so you don't have
Our
to see
goal
it
is to
anymore.
get through as many
You'll
speakers
never
as
see
we
any more
can.
commercials.
If you're not on topic, or if we
And
can't
it's free.
tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately
sure you have
and
ad
clearly
blocker.
on
Just put the
topic.
extension
If
and
you
it's
don't,
free.
or you again stray
It's
off
an
topic,
extension
you'll
to the,
forfeit the
ad
rest of your
blocker.
speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment are items 1, 5,
I don't get paid for that
8
shit.
through 7.
I'm glad
Again,
you
that's 1,
still sat here.
5,
I appreciate
8
it.
through 7. You may, of course, speak to any of the other items or anything else in
That's
the
right,
city's
Brian.
subject matter
Right before the
jurisdiction
election,
during
let's
your
get the
1 minute
masks with the
general public
COVID bullshit
comment.
so people don't go out and
For members
vote
of the
and-
public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, an automated
everybody
message
scared,
from Zoom will
riled
prompt
up.
you to press star 6 to unmute yourself. If you don't do so, the council staff will prompt you once more.
I just hope that there's a ton of people that actually learned from what happened last time and that took the vaccines that aren't going to take anymore. I just hope there's a lot of that.
A brief time delay between the live
And I have
meeting
a- I have
the
a feeling
broadcast.
there is.
Two things are important.
I think a lot of
First,
people
while
woke
you're
up
waiting
that
for your
didn't
turn to
weren't
speak,
awake before.
Keep one ear to
Marty,
the phone
thank
so
you so
hear in
much,
real
Marty.
time when it's your turn to press star 6. Please don't listen to the meeting only on your computer, channel 35,
thank you so
or
much,
other
Marty.
devices.
Marty Vitas.
Second, if you're listening to the
appreciate
meeting
ya.
on other devices, please turn down the volume on those devices immediately when it's your turn
Just
to
coffee,
speak. Between
Rick.
the time delay and feedback, it will cause
My
a great
barrel
deal
of coffee
confusion
over
if you
here.
continue to listen on other devices.
I got to have a barrel of everything. Coffee, barrel of water. But I only drink coffee in the morning
All right.
and then that's it. Never
Thank you very much.
really
With
during
that,
the day.
I'm going to begin calling names.
Never
and
at
as I
night,
call your
'cause
name,
I won't go to bed.
If you could please make your way to your left-hand side.
Oh,
of
here
the
we go.
chambers, and
Sweet.
be prepared
So-
for the sergeant to show.
So hold on a
you
second.
up
We
to
had
the podium.
two.
That would be great.
Honored Cindy.
So I'm gonna
Now we're
call a
going
number of
back. Why even
names.
do the two?
You don't need to speak in the order that I call you, but please come on up only when I call your name.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna get
Vilma
along.
Vasquez, Susie Shannon, Vilma Asensio, Stephen Davis,
Vilma,
Maria Cibrian, Lourdes Otero, Joe Donlin, please.
Isn't Vilma from Scooby Doo? Wasn't that Vilma?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Susie Shannon, and I'm speaking on general public comment. I mainly wanted to thank the council for freeing up the ULA money, and specifically to Councilmember Bob Blumenfield, who I know
there
is
he
here
is,
right now.
Mr. Spindler.
For
Go boy.
helping to make that loan happen. Anything that we can do to create affordable housing, provide rental assistance, and provide eviction defense.
Mr. Herman's right there in the
Attendance is a
green. I
great
didn't even
thing, and
notice
I just
him.
want to thank the council
He's
so
right
much
there
for
too
that.
in the green.
Thank you.
And
Next
look,
speaker,
all three
please.
of them in the front row. Mr. Herman's clapping, Mr. Spindler, and then there's the other guy who hates everybody too, who's mean. I forget his name. It's not Sean. He sounds like Sean from Canoga Park, but it's not him.
And Speaker, please remind us of your up on and which items you'd like to speak to.
So we got them in there.
Yes.
That's the crew right there,
yes,
guys.
Good afternoon, City
That's
Hall
the crew you're watching.
members, City of the Council. My name is Lourdes Otero. I belong to District 34 Council, District Jimmy Gomez. My name is
We need Mr.
Lourdes,
Sachs.
and I'm active friend of Francisco from Saje, Vilma.
Velma,
Alfonso,
not Vilma. Okay, I was
and
wrong.
Martha Arroyo and Kenny Arroyo. I've been a volunteer advocate. Lourdes Otero have been a victim and a survivor, but been contributing to the church and state. I have now have affordable housing, and I'm fighting for the justice that I'm seeking. I have been acting as a sole survivor, and I believe my human rights have been personally violated with other housing services such as leasing companies and owners buying the building. I did not know of United Housing of Los Angeles, and I heard of Stain Housing in Los Angeles. I believe they have built good programs. With respect to my housing need of annual recertification and communication, I felt that I was, and in turn, I was harassed with other tenants.
Thank you.
But they gave me 3 days to move or pay or quit.
Thank you.
I've been there 13 years.
I said
Thank
thank
you. Sorry,
you.
your time has expired.
I said thank you.
Thank you.
I said thank you.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, your time is expired.
When I say thank you,
very
that
much.
means get the fuck out of here.
Okay,
Why does he
next
just
speaker,
say
please.
that? Why does he just say that? When I say thank you, it means get the fuck out of here.
Good morning.
Speaker, please remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you would like to speak to.
Buenos días por el Iron 6. Mi nombre es María Cibrián.
My
Yo soy
name is Maria.
una proveedora de cuidado en el hogar que vivo en el Valle de San
One of the
Fernando.
providers in the Sin Valley.
Esta asignación de ULA
This is-
de 150 millones tendrá impactos increíbles en nuestra
350
ciudad,
millions,
incluyendo
including 3 oraciones, señora.
Ok.
Y déjame traducir. Gracias.
incluyendo
Including
3,000 hogares asistidos
3,000
con pago
homes
de alquiler a corto plazo.
that were
3,500 hogares estabilizados por
3,500
representación
homes were stabilized
legal en proceso de desahucio.
in process of
488 personas mayores
488 elderly
y personas con
citizens
discapacidades
with
reciben
incapacities
asistencia de alquiler
were receiving rental assistance.
y 750 unidades de vivienda asequible
750
construidas.
homes
Y
were constructed.
Miles de quejas de acoso a
There is
inquilinos
definitely thousands of complaints.
revisadas y resueltas.
They were reviewed and resolved.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Next speaker, please.
Thanks, Espo. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Good morning.
Stinks is a good boy.
Buenos días a señores miembros del Consejo Municipal. Mi nombre es Vilma Asensio, soy miembro de SAGES.
That's my tits and ass over there.
Ok, soy miembro de
A
SAGE.
menos que hablas inglés, pero
Ok.
en
My tits and
español,
ass.
sí. 3 oraciones y yo voy a
Ok.
traducir por cada 3 oraciones.
Soy miembro de SAGE y hoy quiero que por favor
I would
aprueben
like to
un
thank-
presupuesto para financiar más programas de ayuda para poder detener los desalojos y poder tener derecho a un abogado.
Okay, pausa.
Pausa.
Okay, I would like an assistance sí, repite lo que está diciendo.
Sí, para
señora.
tener derecho a un abogado
I would like the rights and access to advocacy
y paren los desalojos,
and stop the desalojos.
al desalojos y que
Can we get a new
aprueben más
translator,
programas
bro?
para ayuda a pagar rentas
homelessness
atrasadas.
and
Fucking
to
A,
help,
bro.
Programs that are programas atrasadas, señora.
Sí,
Now
para
he's
que
speaking
más
Spanish.
familias no estén viviendo en la calle
So that more families are not living on the streets.
y que
Bro,
muchos niños y familias puedan vivir en un hogar
and
estable
many families and children can live in stable homes,
y puedan asistir a sus escuelas
and they could, attend the schools
en unas condiciones mejores
in better conditions.
porque tendrán una vivienda más
So
saludable.
they would have a type of a living arrangement more healthy.
Por favor, reflexionen y ayuden a financiar este
Please,
tipo de programas. Muchas
reflect
gracias.
and help on these type of programs. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Gracias.
this chick
Next
almost
speaker,
walked through
please.
the angle and just noticed, oh shit. Yeah, he started speaking Spanish too back. That was
Good morning.
That was the best part.
Buenos
right there.
días, miembros del consejo. Mi nombre es Brenda
dummy.
Campos.
Y 2 oraciones,
He's like,
señora Brenda.
¿Perdón?
Sí, cada 2 oraciones déjame traducir.
Ok.
Gracias.
¿Lo hago de nuevo? Buenos días, miembros del consejo.
Good morning, members of the council.
Mi nombre es Brenda Campos.
My name is Brenda Campos.
El día de hoy estoy aquí
Today that I'm here
para pedirle su voto,
to request a vote,
ya que siento que como ser humano
now that I feel as a human being,
todos tenemos el derecho de tener una vivienda digna y fuera de acoso.
we have a right to a life of dignity and free of any harassment.
En nombre de todos los niños que están viviendo ahorita
In the
un
name of all
eviction,
the kids that are facing an eviction,
porque no son los padres los únicos que lo están viviendo, también sus hijos.
because it's not the parents just that are facing this eviction threat.
Les pido que sean parte de esta historia,
I request that they would be part of this history
ayudando a mantener los niños en casa seguros y felices.
to make sure and secure that the children are living in secure and they are happy and feeling safe.
Gracias por su support y buen día. God bless
Gracias
you.
por su
Thank you.
voto. Yeah, thanks for
Next
your
speaker,
support.
please. Good morning.
Buenos días. Hola,
Good
soy
morning.
Erika.
Good morning. I'm Erica.
Soy inquilina de la organización de CPC.
I'm a tenant of the organization CPC.
El año pasado luchamos por la ley ULA.
Last year, we fought for the ULA matter.
Para nosotros es una reforma en que la comunidad
For us, it's a reform for the community.
necesita recursos.
It needs resources.
Ya nos cansamos de no tener abogados, viviendas
We're tired of not having legal representation and adequate
Yeah, I watched a
housing
bit of it.
y otras
a little bit of it,
alternativas
wise
que
guy.
nos hacen falta.
and other alternatives that we are sorely lacking.
Couple
Esos
crazy wrecks.
150 millones
Those 150 millions
es el comienzo
is the beginning,
chiquito que vienen de que necesitamos.
very tiny that we badly need.
Y les agradecemos a todos
Thank you.
And we
que se
express our
unieron.
gratitude
Thank you very
everybody
much.
that united among us.
Thank you. Your time has expired. Next speaker, please.
Who's this guy? Never seen him before. Got a whole notebook.
Speaker, can you please remind us of your name you signed up under and which
Santa
items you'd like
Claus.
to speak to?
Yes. Good morning, Joe Donlin for item 6 in general public comment.
I'd sign up as Igor Beatnoff.
Great.
Sorry, can you repeat which items?
Item
Yes, I'm
6
Igor
in general
beaten
public
off.
comment.
It's because I want to hear them say beaten
You have
off.
1 minute each.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Joe Donlin with the United to House LA Coalition, and we stand here both in celebration in anticipation of your support for the first $150 million of ULA dollars to go out into the communities that need them. So, unprecedented investment in homelessness prevention, affordable housing production made possible by the voters and by the coalition that stands behind me and who came together this morning in celebration at a rally just outside with council members Rahman, Hernandez, and Blumenfield. We appreciate your leadership. We're going to stand together as we go through this implementation process, make sure that every dollar is spent effectively, and we look forward to doing that together. And we're going to keep all of ourselves accountable as we go through that process. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As our next speaker is coming up, I'm going to call a few more names. Shamari Davis.
That's me.
Mev Blount. Sylvia Arenas. Jason Reedy. Sofia Mendoza. Barry Johnson. Cliff Smith. And Elizabeth Ebo.
And Mr. Sachs.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Daniel Acevedo, and I'm a member of Los Angeles ACE. I just want to remind City Council that ULA must pass the expenditure plan and the interim program guidelines as today, as is. After hundreds of public comment, most important to me is that the Tahoe program gets all of the $11 million as soon as possible, because my neighborhood in South Central Los Angeles area is being harassed daily. After lately news of the new $1 billion that the council gave to the LAPD, I think 12 million is kind of shy. So there should be no problem to actually implement something that would help out the city. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next
Andrew
speaker, please.
Grabner back there. You see his white socks and his jorts and all that shit? Fuck yeah, but he ain't wearing the BLM shirt today.
Speaker, can you please remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you'd like to speak to?
Sure. My name is Mev Blount. I'd like to speak to item number 1, please.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you. It's regarding the development on Woodhill Canyon Road.
Dude,
just
she's
below
tall.
Tree People in Fryman Canyon. I live in that neighborhood, and
Like
the
her
trees
knees
that
are
they're
to the
planning
podium.
to take out, the 41 trees, and then replace 1-to-1. I would just wanted to comment that in my experience, the development in that neighborhood, 1-to-1 is one baby tree when they take out a 50-year-old tree. I'm concerned about the hillside. I'm concerned about the mansionization. This is a 13,000 square foot house in a neighborhood that does not have houses that size. Even the massive McMansions in our neighborhood are 5,000 square feet. I'm also concerned about them taking out over 3,000 cubic square feet of dirt and what happens to the hillside if they lose funding. Are we then below them going to be dealing with runoff? Also, in a time when the city is trying to plant more trees, is cutting down all of these trees really in the general population's best interest, especially when it's adjacent to a public park? Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Could you imagine having a
Next speaker, please.
13,000 square foot home? Like, bro, who's cleaning that shit? I'd hate to be the maid. They have to have like a team of maid, like like 4 or 5.
Good morning.
Right.
Cleaning it all together.
Speaker, if you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and
That's
which
a
items
big
you'd like
house.
to speak to.
Buenos días, señor
That's
juez,
6X
y
what
todos
you
sus
need, I
concilios.
think.
Soy Atanasio Hernández. Vengo por el
Good morning.
grupo de
Señora, una oración y luego yo traduzco.
Espérate.
Gracias, señora. ¿Cómo se llama? Y repítelo, por favor.
Buenos días, soy Atanasio Hernández.
Good morning. I'm Atanasia Hernandez.
Soy un grupo de SAGE. Necesitamos
I'm part of the
pedir-
group, and we would like to request
Necesitamos ayuda de un abogado y que nos dé más vivienda para que estemos bien. Tenemos niños y habemos madres solteras, las señoras
Okay.
grandes y hemos recibido muchos acosos.
Okay. Pause,
Rent's
señora.
going up.
So we would love to have legal representation and assistance with housing, and we have a lot of children, and we would like to really promote our safety for our families and reduce the harassments. Sigue nomás, señora.
Si
Look at
nos ayuda, es una buena ayuda que nos pueden hacer para que estemos mejor todo el sur de California y todo lo que necesitamos ayuda.
This would be a great source of help. They would help our families, and it would be a great source of help for all our families. Sigue nomás, señora.
Paging Mr.
Muchas
Herman.
gracias. Es todo lo que queremos.
This is all that I want. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Mr. Herman.
Shit, yeah.
Speaker, if you could please remind us of the name you signed
Speaker,
up under and which items
could you
you'd
please
like to
take
speak
off
to.
the face
Good
diaper?
morning, ladies and gentlemen of the council. My name is Elizabeth Thebo, and I actually had a question because I did send multiple emails to the clerk, which I haven't received a response to.
Of course you
On
haven't.
August 23rd, the council adopted Council File 20-0160 S120 for case number 849306. LADBS did not respond to my lien
We need
error
that for
form
smoke
that I
and scan
submitted
party.
June 14th and June 16th via email. I have copies of the check that was submitted via Orange Coast Title Company to LADBS. And I would like to know who I can speak with to get this lien removed from my property because it was paid for by Orange Coast Title Company January 14th, 2021.
So what is the address of the property, or what council district is it in?
It's in CD9, but I was told to contact CD8 regarding this issue, but I haven't gotten a response from CD8 either.
Councilmember Price, we'll have a staff member come and meet you at the side of the ropes if you just step over to this side.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're coming down with the face
Next
diaper.
speaker, please.
I know, but we'll still send her out that way.
Don't worry, face diapers that way.
Good morning.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza.
Sí, señora Mendoza, gracias.
Hi,
Good
Sofía.
morning. My name is
Buenos
Sofía
días.
Mendoza. Sigue nomás, señora.
Sí, le quiero dar las gracias a los concejales.
I would like to pay my respects and tribute and
Des-
appreciation for my ¿quién, señora? Agradecimiento a quién?
Después de los cientos comentarios públicos,
After the hundreds of public commentaries,
lo más importante para mí
the most important thing for me
es que el programa Tajo
is the program CASO
obtenga todo los más de 11 millones de dólares
to obtain all the 11 millions of dollars
hoy,
today.
porque los inquilinos,
Why are the individuals?
como yo, estamos siendo fuertemente acosados
Why are we steadily harassed?
diariamente.
Thank you.
Daily basis.
Es importante
Thank you. I'm sorry, your time
Very
has
important.
expired.
Thank you. What is it? What
Thank
did the sign say?
That
Still has
Your
time.
time's expired.
She
Thanks
still has
very
20
much.
minutes, 20
Okay,
seconds.
next speaker, please.
they don't take their rights.
It's even fucked up because again, with the folks that are that need translation, they're getting the same amount of time, and they gotta wait for the translator to translate everything.
Good morning.
Fucked up.
On item 6, my name is
How does
Cliff
nobody
Smith.
see
I'm the
that?
business manager of the Roofers and Waterproofers Union in Los Angeles, Local 36. And we're here representing hundreds of hardworking union construction workers who live in the city with their families. And we're in strong support of the United to House Los Angeles measure and the full use of the
That too,
expenses.
Peach.
Our members need to be able to live in the city in which we work, and we are very much looking forward to constructing the affordable housing to solve the city's crisis. Again, we thank the council and the United to House Los Angeles Coalition for their hard work to get this passed. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And
Yeah,
as
yeah,
our next speaker is
More
coming up,
union
I'm gonna
bullshit.
call
That's
a
the
few
reason
more
why we
names.
have the problems in
Norma
California that we
Mendez,
do.
Evelia
They're already coming back.
Palmero, Fanny Guzman, Hassan
Look at
Zuni,
her. They're taking
Virginica,
pictures of her.
Carly De La Cruz, Maria Briones.
Get it, girl. She got a nice ass.
Okay. Speaker, if
Good
you
morning.
could remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you would like to speak to.
General public comment. Hello,
have-
Barry Johnson, Studio City stakeholder. I've participated in the Studio City Neighborhood Council for the last 17 years of its 20-year history. I'm currently chair of 2 of its committees. I call upon Studio City's 2 council members to make the SCNC whole again by rescinding 11 board member resignations. Prior to its last board meeting on August 16th, the SCNC president was given bad advice by the city attorney's office and essentially told, at the threat of losing their homes, that he and the board had to vote for a registered sex offender to fill a vacant board seat. They did so and have since resigned in protest. As it turns out, state law says the registered sex offender cannot be in a volunteer organization that includes minors. We have a student board member who is a minor. The city attorney's office needs to get its act together, and Dunn's regulations need to be updated. The city attorney's office needs...
Thank you very much.
Sorry about that, guys.
Next speaker, please.
Sounds like a Democrat to me. Sexual predator, convicted.
I'm
Sounds
Kareli, and
Democrat.
I'm
It's like
gonna
it's
speak
on the
item
list.
6 and,
You
public
have to
general
be that in order to get the
I'm
job.
sorry, what was your name again?
Kareli?
She trying to bone right here? Look at them. Look at these
Go
two
right
right here.
You
They're a
look
little
at
too
1 minute.
close.
Item
these two.
6 was not available for public comment, but you can speak to it in general
She
public
giving him a
comment.
handy?
Okay. Hello, I am Kareli. I am with Trust South LA and a member of United to House Coalition. I am beyond excited to know that funds will soon be available for residents in LA City who are at risk of being unhoused. I am also excited that tenants will have an opportunity to be legally represented in court and that landlords will not be the only ones with an attorney during an eviction. Because housing is a human right. The coalition thanks the council and the mayor's office for recognizing the urgency of our current crisis and proceeding to fund ULA despite facing legal challenges. This investment is the beginning of a new era in the city's approach to housing and will become part of a larger problem to end homelessness in Los Angeles history. Thanks.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Diane, hopefully you're feeling better. I know it takes a good week or so. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Hola, muy buenas tardes.
Whoa! Fuck.
Es
Good
para el
morning.
6 y
Good
general.
afternoon.
Damn, girl.
Yeah. Señora, sigue nomás, pero 2 oraciones y yo traduzco. Gracias.
Mi nombre es Eva García
My name is Garcia.
y estoy emocionada
I'm very excited
por el apoyo que han hecho con los 150 millones.
for the support that is contained in the $150 million.
Sé que vale la pena luchar cuando luchamos sacando las firmas para que llegara la medida ULA a la boleta.
It's very valuable to advocate, and when we put together our petitions to advocate on this matter.
Se ganó el 8 de noviembre.
So it won on the 8th of November. It won.
Ahora estamos celebrando esta pequeña victoria
Now we're celebrating this a meaningful victory
porque creo que necesitamos más.
because I believe we definitely need more.
Y le quiero decir a mis compañeros que no dejemos de luchar, porque cuando luchamos ganamos.
I want to tell my colleagues that we need to continue to fight on, because when we continue to fight, we can win.
Y a ustedes, concejales, que apoyaron, y a los que no, les pido, por favor, que sigan apoyando a nuestra
Por
comunidad.
favor, continue to support our community as soon as possible, council members.
Thank you.
I
Your
said
time is
thank you.
expired. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Look, I said thank you. She's angry.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Speaker, could you remind us of the name you signed up under and which items you would like to speak to?
I'm sorry?
Could you tell us your name and which items you
I
would
was
like
about to. Thank you. My name is Evelia Palmero. I am a member of ACE, but before you start the clock, let me clarify one point.
Give me stuff.
When people come to speak and you just give them 1 minute, you
Yes,
take away.
I'm sorry. This is your opportunity to speak, and I'm sorry this is not a back and forth. So if you would
No,
like to
it's not
speak
a
to an
back and forth.
agenda item,
It was just a clarification point. You are taking
One
time
minute.
away from the translation, and that's not right.
no. Okay, stop the clock. Stop the clock. So let me just explain.
Let me just explain.
The
I need
translation
more
does
time.
not take away from your time. The translation
Bullshit.
does not take away from your time.
Bullshit.
The time only runs when the person is speaking. We stop the clock for the translation. So you already get extra time for translation. Go ahead, you have 35 more seconds.
Wait, why? I was just trying to clarify something. I need my minute, at least.
Okay, start a clock over again.
Thank you.
But folks, we have a lot
Once
of
again.
speakers I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to be fair to everybody, so
Thank
go
you.
right ahead.
Okay, my main
Fair.
point today is that
Fair.
the city council must pass the ULA expenditure plan and interim program guidelines today as is. After hundreds of public comments, most important to me is that Tahoe program gets over $11 million as soon as possible because my neighbors in South Central Los Angeles are being harassed daily. This is important. The council respect the painstaking process that the Citizen Oversight Committee has already gone through to approve these plans. We can call on the council to pass up these plans today. Thank you. I don't think we like your paycheck be delayed, so we like very much to have our $1 million on hand. Thank you.
Thank
Wait,
you.
what?
Next speaker, please.
I don't want your paycheck. You don't think you would like your paycheck to be late? We want our $1 million in hand. Wait, what?
Good morning, or good afternoon, rather.
Everybody
Hello,
got their hands
my
up.
name's Chad Williams.
Everybody
I'm
got
the
their
District
hands
10
up.
organizer of ACE, the Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment. I'm here to speak on item 6 in public comment. So,
Sorry, item 6 is not available for public comment, but you can speak to it in general.
all right, okay. So, City Council, we really need y'all to pass ULA plan today. The bottom line is that folks and that money belongs to the community, right? The same community that sat and waited for this public comment to actually start, right? After it took a while and people have had hundreds of people come up here and share their stories throughout time about how this money will come and be able to relieve folks and actually go back and redistribute it into the community, correct? So it's important for City Council to respect the painstaking process that citizens in the Oversight Committee has already overgone, and we want y'all to approve the plans. We call on the council to pass these plans. And also, I just wanted to share that in D10, we've been dealing with so many issues when it comes down to tenant harassment. Having that money come back into actually upgrading Tahoe will save people's lives and also reduce harm done to Black and brown people in the 10th and also throughout Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you. As our
More
next speakers,
money, more money.
As our next speaker is coming up, I'm going to call a few more names. Corey Schmidt, Andrew G., Mike Greenspan,
Johnny G.
Dr. Critical Truth Bay, Peggy Lee Kennedy,
All right.
and Stacy Cigar Bowen.
Oh, we get Stacy, we get Dr. Critical
All right.
Truth Bay,
I
and
would like-
Johnny
Could you
G
remind
coming
us of
up.
the name you sign up under and which item you'd like to speak to?
Yes, I would like to speak on public comment and item number 6.
Okay, you can speak to item number 6 in your general public comment.
Thank you. My name is Hassan. I'm an organizer with ACE in District A. I want to first of all thank Nita Rahman, Blumenfield, and our council member
I ain't thanking nobody.
Eunices for today's morning on the press conference on the work that we do on the ULA, making sure that our community that are, dealing with harassment, dealing still with death or rent, still get our support of that, and to make sure that we do a social housing in our community. It is very important in District A. We're organized in Dorset Village and around the USC University that are continuing to deal with displacement because of landlords continue to have bad habitability issues in their apartments and they don't want to fix it in purpose. I continue to organize and educate our tenants on the tenant rights, organize and expose, even in some cases, even Section 8 affordable housing of senior citizens who are the most vulnerable community members in our community. But it's impossible when we don't have the funding to be implemented. Is that 2
Thank you.
minutes?
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Here he goes. This dude's awesome. Who ate the what? Who
Speaker,
ate
if you
all
could
the?
please tell us which items
Who ate all
you
the
signed up to
puppets?
speak to?
Mike Greenspan, item 1, 10 through 27.
Who ate all the
public
pussy?
comment. Yeah, Cindy was environmental. Got my bottle
Who
of
ate
pants
all the
to
pussy?
show its
Okay,
knowledge.
hold on. Mr. Greenspan, you'll have 3 minutes to speak on
Who
the
ate
agenda
all the
items.
pussy?
Speak to the agenda items, please.
I am,
And let me finish. And then when you're done, you have your general public comment. But you need to stay on the agenda when you're speaking.
Oh, I need that shirt.
Yes.
Look at Mr. Herman. He
because
moved
of
over
the
there.
honoring of Cindy, which was on the agenda. After all, I'm a recycling hobbyist. And the Florida Gator who actually voted for Bruin because we weren't playing basketball against each other and she was a better candidate. The other one, Fuentes, was Felipe Fuentes' cousin who
Okay,
happened to...
none of this is on our agenda. Stick to the agenda or move on to your general public comment.
Item 27.
Trump sign.
May I continue on item 27 to the next item? Okay, after all, Felipe Fuentes gave to Mitchell Englander. We'll all remember that. Now, there's a couple of street lighting things that I wish to talk about.
There's
because they're
Kat's
in Council
boyfriend.
District 2. I think it is 11 and 21. And the reason I talk about them, I live in Council District 2. I've been trying to get street lights over there at Lancashire, just south of Sherman, where the railroad tracks go over. It's the underpass. You may have heard of it on the traffic report on KNX. Yes, it was flooded during the rain. It's dark and darker. That's the only way to describe Sherman Way and Lancashire. I mean, it's a great place to do crimes. You could probably get away with lots of rapes and robberies and everything else because it's dark. So before we go putting stuff on Hatteras or putting stuff on Victory, maybe we ought to fix the stuff that's there already. I had to talk about that. I've been talking about that for years with no results. Now, I see in Ramen Noodles District, the rich want to get a 13,070 square foot house. I mean, that's got to be, I'd say about 3 to 4 houses if it's a regular house. Boy, the rich sure get privileges, don't they? 13,000 square feet, 2-story garage. I mean, it's McMansions, we can call them. Now, what else do we want to talk about? Everything seems to be street lighting, but of course we don't get ours. And of course, there's a thing for the Ukrainians. Yes, a friend of mine always told me as a kid, Russia's a very peaceful country. They want a piece of this country, a piece of that country. Well, the Ukrainian thing, you know and I know, it's really just to preserve Hunter Biden's board of directors job and his big fat salary he gets. That's what it's really about. They don't care a thing about the Ukrainians or anybody else, but when it comes to family, having a job on the board of directors, that's what matters. And take the rest of your time. I'm going to general public comment. Because after all,
Holy
missed
crap.
everybody yesterday.
All the shit he's got.
Hi, Curly. Bye, Curly. Fed prison. 36 months. No, 42, excuse me. 42 or 3.5 years. That man claimed his innocence all the way through. A jury found him guilty on 7 of 19 counts. Now, if someone on the Dodgers got a hit 7 out of 19 times at bat,
Be an
they
all-star.
would be a superstar and an all-star.
That's right.
Well, I guess he's a superstar and an all-star in corruption. Yes, he used to be here in this chamber. Now Heather Hutt is here. Well, I'm going to miss him. Not really. It's going to be fun to see him go to prison. It'll be wonderful. Missed all of you folks there yesterday, but and by the way, I got something for the record. Need to sign it and give it to the
Okay,
officer.
thank you very
He's
much.
got a he's got a swastika there. You see the see-through bag? What an asshole. What an asshole. Oh, he's got his Target bags. Look at all the shit he's got. Why do these people have so... It's like he's like Mr. Sachs with all the crap. 19 bags of shit. Why does he have a picker?
Corey Schmidt signed up for all items.
Shout out to Corey
You'll
Schmidt with the
have,
picker.
3 minutes.
That's the
and you can
Undertaker?
Awesome.
Would you like general public comment?
Yes, general as well.
I wish I had the dong.
Ready? All right. Good to
Dong.
go. Okay, so good to see you guys. Nice to see you. Okay, so I was wondering, do you guys have any binoculars?
I do.
If I could borrow some binoculars. I'm looking for this bitch, Janice Hahn. She is just
So
running.
let's stick to the agenda item. Or go to general
It's item
public comment?
22. So, I'm just wondering where she is. She's running. This is the 3rd meeting now that she has not held. You know, the first two were super
So
small.
stick to the agenda item, or you'll go to general public comment.
We can go to general, that's fine. So,
Okay, let's go to general public
you
comment
know,
then.
She has, what, 3 items on the
1 minute,
agenda,
please.
this last one? And then we've got no meeting today, and we've got no meeting next week. So that's 4 meetings. I'm just wondering, are we doing any business in the county? Is the county doing anything? Just wondering if we're getting anything done, you know, other than running. So let's see, what else did I have to say? Okay, so let's talk about this faggot blueberry fucking, what's his name, Errol or something, over at the LAPD commission. He cut us off. Can't even speak. Waited couple hours. Wanted to, had just my 3 minutes. You know, just wanted to speak and got blocked. So thought you guys should all know about that in case you wanted to take care of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sure they're gonna get right on that,
Next
bro.
speaker, please.
It's first on the agenda today, bro. Thanks for rolling in. I never thought I'd see the Undertaker rolling around with a JanSport backpack.
Good afternoon.
Peggy Lee Kennedy, agenda item 1 and 8, and general public comment.
You'll have 2 minutes for 1 and 8 and 1 minute for general public comment.
Yeah, I need the
You know,
Undertaker
I
drop.
didn't know about 1 until I got here and read this. I can't believe you would even approve this. You know, nothing that excavates that much soil on a hillside, removes all of those older trees, and creates an out-of-character 13,000 square foot single-family residence should be exempted from CEQA study. That's insane. I hope you vote against that. Item 8. The, you know, the van lords, right? I'm not, it's
Van
not like
lords.
I'm in love with some van lord, but the fact is you guys really are off the mark here. You know, they're providing walls that keep people safe that you aren't, you know? So what is this? Who cares what you amend it? You haven't even talked to these people. If you were going to amend anything, they should be signing the vehicles off to these people. And that's it. You know, let that go because you're criminalizing people. The fact is that the maker of this motion is NCD 11. We have huge violators, code
Keep watching,
violators,
shoot.
switching long-term rentals into short-term
You'll
rentals,
see why.
getting rich, not like the little old measly van lords. These people are getting rich. Who's enforcing code on them? Who's putting a lien on their properties? You know, I mean, we have to think realistically of what we're doing, and that's just some crap, that van lord thing, because it's just about criminalization of the little guy again. And you have to think of where it's coming from. Venice, come on. You know, we've got some serious violators there of massive scale that we should be targeting through the city attorney's office and not trying to oppose housing instead. Now, for the general public comment, I just want to say that there was supposed to be a study on LAMC 4118. Katie, when is that study going to happen? Come back, because we asked for these studies, we asked for more studies. When's the report back going to happen on 4118? It's like over 70 days past due. In that time, approximately 400 people have died. Homeless people have died on our street, and you're not even listening. Fuck.
Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for, lady?
Okay, as our next speaker is coming up, I'm going to
you
call
vote
a
for?
few more names.
Who are you going to vote for?
Allison Vu, Carolee De La Cruz.
What? Wait, he got in again?
Wayne from
How did-
Encino.
how did he get in twice?
Herman and Donald Harlan.
Over or under? Hurry
I'm
up.
Sorry, and
Hurry up. Over or under?
All right, 24.
Speaker, could you tell us which item?
Hurry,
you'd like
hurry,
to speak on?
hurry.
You did use 1 minute for item number 28, so which are the remaining items you'd like to speak on?
See you, Paul. All right, 24, 25, and general comment.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
which do you think?
Start? Yeah, okay. So 24 is 24 and 25 are both lighting up City Hall. 24 for Ukrainian Independence Day. Why do we need to light up City Hall again? Most people even know what it means when they go past City Hall and see it City Hall's lit up? Like, does anyone actually even know what's going on? I mean, yeah, let's see City Hall's lit up, but are people gonna figure out why you've lit it up? Just, kind of thought of that. But you'll do a photo op and you'll put it on social media and you'll just say that, that you're doing something. You're not doing anything, but but it's just a virtue signal thing. And you light up City Hall in various colors, just and this one's a bit more ridiculous too. This has nothing to do with the city. 25 is a KDL. Also is a KDL motion. Kevin shouldn't have anything approved by this council.
Mr. Herman's
you all
smoking.
know that, but you're all just like him, so you vote for his motion so that he doesn't reveal your stuff. And then the couple of you who are okay won't do anything about the ones who aren't. So you'll all vote yes. And KDL has been doing this thing where he tries to pretend that he's cares about the LGBTQIA plus community. But his history kind of shows something a little bit different. He signed off on the arrest of Miss Italy, the violent arrest in the council chamber, about a year ago. But he just picks these topics to picks these little things just to various topics that he can try to get support. All right, let's move on to general comments. KDL, you need to go. I don't think he's even in the room right now. Okay.
No yelling out, please.
And
Mr. Reedy, if you yell out again, you'll be removed. Please remove that gentleman. You're out. You cannot yell in this meeting. You're disrupting the meeting. Remove that gentleman now. I'm not playing. Out.
Hey, Ulysses, can you do the motion, the thing where you object to Bob's decision?
Please remove the gentleman. You know very well you're not allowed to yell out. You are removed from the meeting.
Hey,
Out.
Ulysses, can
Goodbye.
you object to his removal? Because you can do that, and you can force a vote on it.
You are removed. Please leave quietly.
Did he throw out Mr. Herman?
It's true, you can.
The gentleman in the red shirt needs to leave immediately.
No, Mr. Herman's a green
You
shirt.
can object to removals, and force a vote on it. But you're just going to sit there.
Okay, start his time again. Go ahead. Continue, Mr. Gravener. You've been removed. Please leave quietly. Okay, sir, go ahead.
Just sitting there, you all have the power to object to removals, but you never use it. It's in the council rules. I don't remember the exact rule, but you can object to any decision from the chair and force a vote of the whole council. But you literally just sit there and laugh and just kind of ignore it, every time they remove people. So you should start objecting to any removal and force a vote of the full council. So yeah, now you know about that rule. And KDL needs to go. I don't know. I think he's hiding somewhere. Actually, I guess he was in the back somewhere. So he needs to resign. Most of you probably need to resign here. Yeah.
26 Very respectable today. Very respectable. Over 26 We had under last time. Now we got a 26. Oh, Critical Truth Bay. Dr. Critical. And your boyfriend's coming back up. Cat?
To speak to?
Right there. All available items in public.
Caddy's right there.
Okay, you'll have 3 minutes for items 1, 5, and 8 through 27.
All right, thank you. I want to first start off with agenda number 5, the creation of the Office of Survivor and Victims. It is a good step to create in a separate body aside from the City Attorney's Victim Services.
Too early, Roswell.
And the LAPD Family Liaison Program. As we see, they don't really cater to victims of crime. They actually perpetuate and create more issues for the families who have suffered through violence. So this is a good step in the right direction. I do suggest that the Civil and Engagement Department was a Human Rights Department. I forget what it is because it really doesn't mean anything. To replace it with lived experience people. Ms. Padilla, I suggest you tread very carefully. You are new, so try not to make friends with the most corrupted person on the body, okay?
Most corrupt.
Just FYI. We're going to agenda number 20, excuse me, Ukraine. Let's just go to the Ukraine.
Let's just go to the Ukraine.
All right, so $75 billion have gotten to the Ukraine.
Billion.
And
Billion.
this body decides to celebrate it one way or the other while you got a homeless crisis right in front of your door. $75 billion, which we say is worthy, but where is the matching funds
Worthy.
for LA, taxpayers, constituents, where we have renters that are being evicted? Just basic stuff. So use the agenda to actually address LA
It's a sign on his
issues.
shirt.
I'm appalled.
It's-
Let the federal government continue to gouge our eyes out, use our federal taxes for a war that has nothing to do with us. At the same time, figure out how to fix the homeless crisis here in LA. So I affirm that I support and defend taxpayers against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I bear faith to help all constituents and pledge allegiance to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. As a descendant of slave without mental reservation, I faithfully discharge these duties when the time comes.
Look at him, look at him sucking
elections are
dick now
coming.
or smoking. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's
Midterms,
smoking a
March
joint.
2024.
Mr.
In
Herman
District
smoking a
8,
joint.
we
Look at
have
him gagging.
Jahan Epps and Marquise Harris Dawson.
You
I
roll
don't
the
see
joint, he's
Denise
smoking it.
Woods
Look
in
at him.
there at all. And I suggest that we have some new fish for November 2024. Can I have my minute public comment, please? Thank you. So for District 2, you have Jillian Burgess, Adrian Nazarian, John Paul Bird, Willie Fort, Manuel Gonaz. District 4,
Gonads?
Nynthia Rahman and Nynthia Rahman. District 6, we have Padilla coming up for elections. District 8, we already mentioned. District 10, you have 9 people. Heather Hunt, Reggie Jones Sawyer. Reggie Jones Sawyer better not even sniff LA City until he gives reparations with his waste of time for 2 years. Just FYI. We don't need another MRT, number 2. And John Lee for District 12, Michael Bendito. And we'll continue next time, but we're going to keep a close eye on these elections because I want to see this body filled with young people who are not easily corrupted. There's something out there when we're working out here and you're in here, we got to change the whole body. But I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Give me them reparations.
More money, more money, more money.
Oh, here we go. Let's get a song going, guys. She wearing an LA Kings hat?
Hi.
Kind of looks like it.
Rollinger. I'd like to speak on items 1, 8, 24, 25, 26, and general public comment, please.
Minutes for public comment and 1 minute for general.
Okay. Item 1 is a CEQA exemption to dig out the side of a hill to put a mansion plus an ADU. This is in Studio City, which is Nithya Raman's district. She acts like she's a champion for affordable housing, for creating density to serve the needs of the housing crisis, and yet she's amending motions instead of saying, let's not do this, let's not file a CEQA exemption to dig out the side of the hill for a mansion. She's saying, yeah, this appeal was withdrawn, let's continue on so I can get a mansion in my district, which, by the way,
need to refresh,
That location
Phaser.
is right
It's on
near
you.
Fryman Trail, where you can walk for about 30 minutes from the location of that proposal. And then you're in Tree People. And we were just honoring up here someone who founded Tree People. And that's why this virtue signaling is so dishonest and disgusting. You're honoring this person and getting teary-eyed and then digging out the side of the hill right on the other side of Tree People Park. Number 8 is just more criminalizing people who are so down on their luck that their home is an RV or a
Smoke.
camper. And let's put more crimes on that. We've made housing too expensive for people to even live in, that they've resorted to living in vans and RVs because they can't afford rent. And instead of providing those people with resources, safe places to put their vans and RVs, hygiene services, laundry services, things like that, this body's go-to is to criminalize those people. And then what do we expect to happen? 25 has Kevin De Leon's name on it. Fuck that racist. I don't know why we're still entertaining his notions. Not to mention it's for something that's already happened. It's expenditures for a party that happened last weekend across the street. Same with this Krikorian motion to illuminate the City Hall to support the Russia proxy war the United States is engaging in right now. Billions and billions and billions for their weapons, and LA said, let's also spend $400 of our money to light up City Hall. That's really gonna help who? Who is that helping?
Nobody.
And then 26, we're taking money from Street Furniture Revenue Fund to do what? It's not to replenish the street furniture that is desperately needed. It's not to remove hostile architecture. It's just to make some plaza a little bit nicer. Y'all really don't care about poor people, and it's pretty obvious because when what you say doesn't line up with what you do, that's the definition of dysfunction.
Bet you voted for him.
KDL resign. Everyone has begged you to resign. KDL resign. We're still begging you to resign. And we need you to resign. And they promised to break quorum, but their words were only lies. Now they help you move your motions, but you'd only be making it right. If you'd file your resignation, we could fix the lines on the map that you've drawn. We don't want to wait a decade for it, Krikorian. You really need to resign. Kevin De Leon, resign. Kevin De Leon. Once upon a time you were drawing a map, but now it's only falling apart. There's so much you can do. A resignation's a start.
Bro, that shit was a straight banger, son. That shit slapped.
Thank you. Next speaker, and Mr. Spindler, please stop dancing. It's distracting. That's your warning.
Stop
Go ahead,
dancing.
Allison Vu for general public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Hi, City Council members. I'm here as a representative of ACT LA. We are a coalition of 45 community organizations across LA. I also represent United to House LA. When we were campaigning for Measure ULA, I was the communications chair and I also sat on the steering committee. So on behalf of the 230 organizations who worked on Measure ULA, I know all of them are very excited for Measure ULA expenditure plan and implementation program guidelines to be adopted today, hopefully. We're
Welcome,
very
Angel.
enthusiastic to work with City Council on future implementation of Measure ULA and the House LA programs. And this is a really important big first step for LA for passing
Look at that
rental
diaper. It takes
assistance
his
and
whole
other
face
tenant
up.
protections and kickstarting other needed elements of
even see.
implementation. So we look forward to a continued partnership with City Council, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Next speaker.
I don't even know how he sees. Like, bro, shit's to your eyelid, your eye fucking lids, right?
Afternoon. My name's Adam Smith. Here with the LA Community Action Network Human and Civil Rights Committee.
Another
and I
one
wanted
with a
to speak on
face
number
funnel.
8 and general
Nice
public
face
comment.
funnel, bro.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for number
It's like
8.
he stuck a
and 1
funnel
minute
on his
general public
face.
comment.
All right. Yeah, number 8 is about the RV motion. And anytime we see anything about amending Sydney ordinances to expand punishment, we know that the people who are going to be disparately impacted are the unhoused people.
That's it,
despite
Kat.
what the motion
Commie.
says. So just wanted to bring that up. And
North Korea.
as
Commie.
Peggy Kennedy mentioned, while people weren't listening, today marks 77 days since a 60-day report back on the efficacy and cost of LA Municipal Code 4118 was due. The motion that was initially introduced in February and passed full council on April 14th, the council file is 21-0329-S4 and reads, Housing and Homelessness Committee Report relative to locations within the city covered by LAMC Section 4118, expenditures of city resources on LAMC 4118, housing provided through LAMC 4118, and related matters. In the time since this motion passed through council on April 14th, LA's own statistics tell us that about 400 people have died houseless on the streets of Los Angeles. Where is this report back? This council continues to not only not say anything about where this report back is or isn't, but continues to ask for more report backs on different issues. What is the point of asking for report backs, particularly ones that deal with literal lives and deaths, and the city's active role in helping facilitate those deaths if the 60-day requirement isn't going to be met? I know some council members believe that a council of 15 people is plenty to meet the needs of their constituents, but I haven't heard one of those 15 council members say anything about or ask publicly where this report back is. So we'd like to know, where is that report back on 4118?
Where is it?
Thank
you ain't
you.
never going to see
Next
it.
speaker, please.
They got to be coming up soon. Spindler and Mr. Herman. We don't even see him there. He moved. Oh, Kat's boyfriend. He's back.
Hi, I'm Donald Harlan. I'd like to know which agenda items are available for comment.
You may speak on items 1, 5, 8 through 27, and I'd like to remind you that you already spoke on
A
item
double
number 28,
dose of Harlan.
So you have
I ain't
2
mad.
minutes remaining.
Okay. Agenda item number 1, 3649 North Woodhill Canyon Road. That's a nuisance property. Clearly marked as a nuisance property. They're not
Clearly.
supposed to be in there. It looks like somebody got $1 million out of there in 2001. I'm not sure about that, but maybe they need to go after them for anybody that got money out of there.
I agree.
Number 5, the Office of Survivors and Victims. Yeah, that needs to be defunded and shut down.
Absolutely.
There's a big problem, crazy. You know, anybody has $15 million to buy in their own court, and then they can just go in there and make up billions of dollars of victims. You know, the mayor has proven herself too, or that fake mayor has proven herself too irresponsible and too hazardous to be having a Office of Survivors and Victims.
I agree.
There's just no way. Agenda item number 22.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, Mike.
There's a problem that they're declaring property city-owned property when it's not. Even the property that's Department of Water and Power isn't city-owned property. That's too bad that you guys cause flooding with your illegal developments, and then you think that you need to build in the riverbed to fix it. It's like your homeless problem. You build a bunch of illegal real estate, and then there's a homeless crisis. And then you fix it by building more housing. It's the same thing with your riverbed program. And your watershed investment program definitely needs to be stopped. That's number 2.
I agree.
22736 West Victory Boulevard, nuisance.
It is.
Stetson Ranch Trailhead. They don't need any
Yes, Maddie.
trailheads for their transgender ranch. I know a bunch of you guys had your gender reassignment at that horse ranch over there, but you really shouldn't. You really don't belong in there. There's no horse ranch there. They're not supposed to be there. And I think if they build a trailhead, that they're just continuing a problem. I think that's a good place for a trailhead, Stetson Ranch.
Troon Ranch.
But I would only allow that if they demolish all of the houses there. And your street lighting, be careful about who you're billing for the street lighting if those houses are illegally developed, and who's going to pay. United House LA, that's another defund and shut down program that needs to be stopped. It's too dangerous right now to allow people to get a bunch of money like that.
I agree. Fucking love Mr. Harlan. It's so good to see him back.
Next speaker.
So he was just kind of warming up, telling us about Troon Ranch and all that stuff. Oh, he's fucking rad, dude. Put all the weaponry back in the Jansport. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised.
Speaker, please remind us which items you signed up
Viewer
to speak to.
discretion is advised.
Yes, a reminder that Goy Boy up there needs to know I signed up on all items for 3 minutes and 1 non-public comment. NOD, Notice of the Office of Discipline. You get it, Miss Attorney? May I begin?
Sal, Ramen Noodle wants a mansionization item number 1, but the Building and Safety Commissioners appeal find that Mary Ann King, the bitch, determined that the Building and Safety Commission has exploited mansionization. So vote no on item number 1, Mr. Soto Martinez. Fuck you. Then I go into items on the agenda for which public hearings have not been heard, require 10 and my 1 vote for consideration, starting with vote for Kevin DeLion on los luces. Necesitamos mucho luz para mirar todos los chingados putos que hacen los fregadas cosas aquí, porque no tiene huevos grandes como el de León para hacer trabajos buenos para las pinche luces. Sigue pensando en el pinche negro, ¿cómo se llama? El distrito número 10, el pinche negro, ¿cómo se llama? El Marky Mark, puto, y CD10.
What item are you talking on?
That was CD9.
Trolled
Number
him.
9, CD14.
Trolled
vote
the
for
fuck
Kevin
out.
DeLeon. That one, asshole. Then, since I got my last seconds and I'm running out of time very fast, since you interrupted me, Goy, where's that bald boy at? Where's that boy?
Stick to the items.
LEDWP authorized, no exemptions. Fuck you, Mr. Attorney, Peter Thomas, for the record. Now, as far as my public comment, that racist fucking PI dickhead Brooke, shit don't stink like your mom attitude last August 25th. He said, Mr. Boy and Mr. Goy, and you allowed it to happen. You allowed him to talk about my mommy, but Mommy Noodle don't talk shit. Mommy Hut don't talk shit, and Fat Hernandez don't talk shit, but you let that fucking PI dickhead by the name of Brooke, or is it Brooks and Dunn shit, talk shit about nipple dick. Look, you want to see nipple dick? This is as far as I reach for it, motherfucker, because I'm like, ee-haw.
Brock.
That's what Michael Jackson said, fool. So if the nigga want to talk about my mom, fuck your moms. Fuck all your moms, and fuck everybody's mom. There's nothing wrong. Mommies like to fuck. Mommies like to fuck. And I'll fuck your mommy. Why not? There's nothing wrong with it. It's my opinion to say, fuck you, Brooke.
Next. You're done. Thank
That's
you.
Brock.
Next speaker.
Talking about Brock. Holy shit. Holy shit. Brock done got to him. Brock
Mr. Herman, your time
Landers.
is over. Please don't call out. Spend the time as you.
Brock, are you watching?
Which items you want to speak on?
All the fucking items and general fucking comment.
Okay, that's item 1, 5, and 8 through 27.
All right. Number 1, Nithya ramen noodle, you dumb cunt. Number 1. Look at this piece of shit. I mean, Hugo, 14,770 square feet of housing for a single family home? And this fucking cunt is going to allow the side of a goddamn mountain to be excavated for this fucking shit? Who the fuck has a 14,770 square foot house? That's not a house. What the fuck is this? You got this bitch over here all the time cutting your police services, telling everybody you're racist in item number 1 because you support the cops. Well, you're going to need cops because somebody with a house like that is going to be a target of robbery, right? But this bitch is going to give you no cops. She's going to give you homeless. So who the fuck's going to live in this, right? That's ridiculous. What a fake.
I love him.
Like you, Hugo. Now, Hugo's a real communist. Let's give him a hand. That's what we want. A legitimate communist, not a quasi. Then we get to the great one. Again, Kevin doing a wonderful job bringing street lighting, several streets. Now, I've been down with Marchese's friends. You know, we got to make an extra little bit of money. You know, you understand the way I dress. So, you know, we're doing occasional deals. We go into 15, you know, we've been going into CD 14. We can't show the product. So we need some street lights, and that's where Kevin comes in, because now we're going to have some new street lighting over there in the CD 14 in a couple of good places. Now, in these areas, or the ZIT, we get a little bit more money for our rocks. See, the rocks is dependent where you sell the rocks and where you buy the rocks. So good job. That's what we need. And then we got the emergency by the mayor. There ain't no goddamn emergency. Goddamn little rain came down a goddamn ceiling. The problem is people can't afford to fix their roofs because nobody in the city's got the goddamn money. That's why. They got houses worth $1 million, but you got to sell the $1 million. You got to pay off the loans to the Jews that own your fucking house before you can fix your goddamn roof. Nobody got no money. That's the problem.
Yes,
we
Diane.
Need grants on number 22 for roof repair. Woof, woof. That's what we need. So I'm calling for an amendment to 22 for grants and free money to fix your fucking roof if you could show that it leaked. And I could show everybody that it leaked because I went on the roof and I pissed on my roof and it went down in my living room. Now for my general comment, we got ourselves Mark Ridley nigger that got convicted. 3.5 years in prison. That's longer than John Lee can possibly get under his cooperation agreement. Where's your cooperation agreement, Price? You know, they're doing search warrants in Maui, Hawaii, Bob? What the fuck did Price do in Maui, Hawaii? And then Kevin wants to know, what about Fairfax, Virginia? Why is the DA making subpoenas in Fairfax, Virginia involving Curran Price and his wife? What the fuck happened in Virginia? What the fuck does this have to do with Virginia? So finally, we're going to give our tribute to the fallen Mark Ridley Thomas. As I can say to everybody, so long, nigger. Have a good time in prison.
Okay. I believe we have one more speaker. Mr.
You knew that was going to come. I didn't think it would come from Spindler. I thought it would come from Mr. Herman, to be honest. But Mr. Herman
Last
got
speaker,
so
go ahead.
mad. Oh, this dude's great.
Even though your child is black, correct, Bob? Obi?
Which items would you like to speak on, Speaker?
That's not hate speech? Is saying that word not hate speech?
Which items would you like to speak on?
Public comment.
1 minute.
So during last week's police commission meeting, Chief Moore had the gall to reference my baby, saying that I used him as a tactic to advance my goals. Moore chose to dehumanize my baby, essentially equating him to a prop. Sound familiar? Don't y'all still have someone on this council who compared a black baby to a handbag? The same one that you take
Holy shit.
pictures with and smile with and have little sidebars with, Bob? The following day here in council, Moore had his goons harass my 14-month-old baby, making up the lie that he was actively disrupting this meeting despite the fact that no one running the meeting made that determination. And Krikorian, we know that he often deems coughing, the act of coughing, a disruption. My child has been in a federal courtroom, and a judge never made that determination. He's been in a county courtroom. The judge never made that determination. I've attended over 40 city council meetings with my baby, and not once has the presiding officer ever made that determination. But mysteriously, the day after Moore's veiled threat, Sergeant Clark approached me to warn me that my 14-month-old baby was being quote-unquote disruptive and to quote-unquote take care of my baby. Targeting an innocent child is what the LAPD and this council is all about. All sorts of babies have been in this chamber.
Thank you, Mr. Reedy. That is your time.
Wait, what? He didn't get. Oh, because he did all general comment.
Appreciate
He
it.
wasn't speaking on the items.
We can't give you more time. We can't give you more time than other folks. We can't give you more time, Mr. Reedy. That's your time. It's your time, and Mr. Reedy, that is your time. Mr. Reedy, that is your time. You are correct that using the N-word is hate speech, but we cannot prevent that here, unfortunately. So that concludes the public comment here in chambers. We'll now take virtual public comment
no Mr.
telephonically.
Sachs today, I guess.
First caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Caller, how does my pussy look?
Mr. Reedy, you cannot
at the sound
yell
guy.
out. Yeah, okay. You're being removed. You have to leave.
Hello?
You're leaving.
Hello?
Let the record reflect Mr. Reedy's been removed from the meeting. Please.
Kicked out.
You're
Zach
disrupting the
Galifianakis.
meeting. We're trying to hear from people virtually. You're diminishing your own words by disrupting this meeting. So please leave the meeting and please begin the virtual public comment.
Hello, can you hear me?
That's Brock.
Hello? Hello?
No, that's
Yes.
not
Which
Brock.
items would you like to speak on?
That's not Brock.
General public comment.
My bad.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thought it was.
Thank you. I just was calling to address the comment to Kevin DeLeon, Councilmember DeLeon. I just wanted to remind him that pursuant to the order that was entered in case number 23 STCP 00725 on May 16, 2023, you are to produce public records pertaining to your use of discretionary funds by August 31st, 2023. Just as a reminder. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, Boulderhead's gone because what's his name? Favel's there. Favel is when
Next
he
caller,
leaves,
which items would you like to
Boulderhead
speak
takes
on?
over for Favel. Because he's the actual city attorney.
Caller with the last 4 digits, 5686. Please press *6 to unmute.
I'm already unmuted.
Which items would you like to speak
Hello?
on?
At least we could hear people today.
Which items would you like to speak on?
It's going to be general public comment today.
You'll have 1 minute.
Thank you. Good afternoon, City Council. What a sad day that we have already seen so far. Thankfully, Mark Ridley Thomas got what he deserved. The judge threw the book at him. He's going to prison, finally. And kudos to Mr. Moses that calls in, exposes the corruption. When he calls in and says, "Good morning, public, the Los Angeles Sleazy Council is the most corrupt city council." Kudos to him. And I can't wait to see Mr. Moses slap the handcuffs on Mr. Ridley Thomas when he surrenders. And Mr. Kern Price needs to step down. He needs to be suspended from the council. You council members need to introduce an item to suspend Mr. Kern Price from the city council, the same way you guys did it to.
Oh, they cut him off. Or he muted himself.
Next caller, which items would you like to speak on? Caller with the last 4 digits,
Caller?
7255. Please press *6 to unmute.
Caller, I shaved it last night.
City Council. Mr. Reed has a lot of points there.
Caller,
Why
which
is it
items would you
that
like
we
to speak on?
All items available and public comment.
Okay, that's items 1, 5, and 8 through 27. You'll have 3
8
minutes for
through
public comment and 1
27.
minute for general public comment.
Okay, let's go 1. Let's go to 1.
Yes, you may begin.
You got me on public comment. If I'm not on public comment, I'm number 1.
Come on, bro.
Speaker, please
Can you put
continue.
me on the, can you put me on the screen on number 1?
Number 1, needle dick.
Hello?
Speaker, you may begin your public comment.
Come on, thimble dick, get it together.
No, I'm not on public comment. I'm number 1. It's all items and public comment.
Please start speaking.
What an idiot. Just start talking, asshole.
We address number 1 that the city council here is giving permission to move soil to build a house to create revenue for the city. What's the difference between the lion preserve you wanted up in Bel Air? Oh, well, we don't want that up there. It's going to affect us. Now, all of a sudden, it's okay because it's going to be one of my neighbors. This is some biased stuff there. You should have number 1 where it becomes everybody about everybody. You can't choose them. Monica Rodriguez was sitting next to Kevin De Leon. There you go. There's your alliance. But again, we go to number 1. You didn't want the work being done in the Bel Air area on the top of the hill, Lion Preserve. But as long as this house is going to be able to be made, it's going to create revenue for the city. Let's go to, again, the lighting for street services on Victory and Woodman. I'm not sure what number that was. That's number 2 before we go to public comment. These houses or these areas that are blacked out need to be addressed. If you don't live in the area, you don't care. But you need to vote for it to get lit up because we live in that area. We live in that area in District 6. Please make that happen, Victory and Woodman. Whether they're stealing the wires, what have you, figure it out how to keep them from doing so. Get that area lit up. Now, public comment. Mr. Reed's 100% right. Mr. Herman gets up there, says what he wants, but I wish Mr. Reed had that same energy when he uses that, Mr. Herman uses that comment and Black Lives Matters in the area. No, your child is never going to be an accessory. He's a part of you, Mr. Reed. I believe that and I love that. But the idea that Monica Rodriguez is sitting next to Kevin De Leon tells me much. Ain't nothing going to change. Nothing is going to change in that city council as long as they vote for him, he votes for them. Kumbaya, let's go forward. Man, I'm glad Cindy wasn't part of the Oaxaca group that he spoke on. Oh, my God, you understand how that would have been awkward, right? Oh, Cindy, I praise you. No matter whether I sat back and let Ms. Martinez Rodriguez, Ms. Martinez speak on the
Hey, we're
Oaxaca
good,
people from Central Middle America.
Hi, Beanie.
And God bless you guys. I hope you guys figure this out.
Too funny. The guy was too funny. Brain dead. Brain dead Bobby over there.
Next caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Yes, good morning, and thank you for taking my call.
50 guns? Maybe.
Which items would you like to speak on?
Yes, I believe it's 28, the Ukraine, and then public comment, please.
I think that's 50 guns.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. First of all, let us light up City Hall. Let us light this whole city and let the world know that we stand with the Ukrainian people. You know, those who complain, oh, well, we need to take care of the homeless. We can spend all the money on the homeless, and we're probably going to have the same result. But we can support the Ukrainian people and let them know that we feel their pain, and we can solve the homeless issue if we get politicians and we get the community behind the efforts that are being done. Let's go on to public comment, please.
Fucking puppet.
Public comment?
1 moment.
Public comment.
Go ahead, Speaker.
Please. Yes. I want to thank the council for honoring such an honorable person as Cindy Montanez.
Right,
you
BJ?
know, I'm a little angry with God. I have a few questions for him because when I see him, I'm going to say, Lord, why did such a beautiful human being who tried to be the best politician she could, why does she have to suffer the way she does when the people she opposed, that the former representatives of the 6th district, why they, with their evil and everything they did that was wrong and hurtful to the community, why has nothing happened to them? I really want to ask that question, but Cindy Montanez, you were the best. You are the best, and it was, as sad as it was nice to see you today. And lastly, Herman, you know what? You can attack everybody, and I love you, brother, but when it comes to mothers, I draw the line with our friendship on that, because I'll listen to everything you have to say, but when you attack mothers and say the words that you say about mothers,
Motherfucker, I'll fuck your
Next
mother.
caller.
Please refrain
He said,
from yelling out in the
motherfucker, I'll
meeting. You've
fuck
been
your
warned.
mother.
Next caller, which items would you like to speak on?
Dude.
Thank you. It's Eric Previn. I'd like to speak on the available items.
All right, Eric's in the house.
Okay, that's items 1, 5, 8 through 27, and you'll have 3 minutes and 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay. Thank you. For item 1 is this Woodhill Canyon project, where what you have is somebody pushing to overcome an appeal that was lodged because this is a 14,000 square feet of home up on the hillside during a crisis, but it's supposed to be one big structure. It's two structures. It's a 13,000 and a 1,000. Now this seems big. Nothing like Pritzker's estate. He lives on the west side from Harvard Westlake. His is 49,300 square feet. Now this is back in Studio City, for the one we're back Woodhill, the instant project. It's still very, very big, and it raises a lot of questions. It raises questions about what is the character of our neighborhood over there in Woodhill and in the valley, in the Silver Triangle over by a little choke point at Whitsett and Ventura, where Caro was sold to the West Valley guys, a sun-swept little tower of units, and then across the boulevard, and you've got the fire station, and then Weddington Golf and Tennis, just a beautiful refuge of trees and open space that people walk by with their animals and their kids and their bicycles. Beautiful. But the guys from up on the hill, the West Side people, the billionaires, they are eating up the millionaires' land, and they're doing it because they're taking advantage of Lindsay Horvath and the County Board of Supervisors, who are happy to go along with the trustees of Harvard Westlake because, wow, I had no idea you're doing such great work at UCLA, Mr. Pritzker. They're just giving money like it's nobody's business. Cindy loves environmental sustainability at UCLA. I think we all
Speaker,
do.
which item are you speaking to?
The house.
I'm sorry, I was speaking on the Woodhill Canyon item.
Yeah, the property in Woodhill Canyon.
You know, we need a consultant, and the county just brought on a company called Constant for about $350,000 to do I don't know what, but I think we do need some consultants on this. We've got to get to the bottom of why Krikorian has been so successful at selling out the people of Studio City and pretending like it's Nithya Raman's problem. Now, Nithya Raman is a great leader. I'm willing to
Speaker, I
stipulate
don't
that
believe
right
you're
up front,
speaking
but-
to any of the agenda items that are available.
Well, I disagree. Which would you like to direct me to one in particular so I can get on it for you? I was talking about 3649, 3651 North Woodhill Canyon, where they're going to remove 41 non-protected trees. And then they're going to replace them because there's this idea, Krikorian tried to slip it in, oh, we're planting trees that you'll never be able to bask in the shade of them, but you're such a hero by allowing us to tear down the old growth trees. Again, this is a classic Krikorian. We can't allow it. And somebody said,
Speaker, in your general public comment period now.
Is it time for general public comment?
Yes.
Okay, well, I wanted to acknowledge, Cindy Montanez. Nobody said it, but, she fought against Nuri Martinez early on and seemed to be onto the fact that Nuri was among other things, an asshole. But listen, I thought it was very touching, and I thought that this presentation, following the fairly tepid Danny Bakewell lather up, was very, very moving. I thought De Leon and Rodriguez, did a nice. I thought Padilla was understated and very, very moving. I thought Krikorian talks too much and should shut the F up when he's not involved. He really, I know he has a special relationship with everybody, but he's the guy who should be really frog marched out of next. I hate to brain on his parade after such a lovely presentation, but get him out. This man has sold out the people of Studio City, and he thinks he's gotten away with it. Time for a 180-degree reversal, Caro, Irene, all you guys. It's a terrible idea.
Okay, that concludes virtual public comment.
Come on.
Colleagues will now move
No
to...
Brock? Nobody. I wanted to hear Brock in here
Ask
today.
Clerk, what is before us? I believe we have item 1. Is that correct?
Mr. President,
They left you on hold, Brock. It's fucked up, man. I wanted to hear you today.
Sir.
Great.
You got to him,
Items 10
Brock.
through 27
It's good
are
to
before
see,
us.
bud.
Let's open the roll.
Yeah, you got to.
Close the roll.
You angered his eye. He's right there, too.
Tally
He's
the
still
votes.
there. They're all still there. Spindler's there.
The item is agreed to.
Who ate all
Next
the
item?
pussy, dude?
Next would be item number
I want that
1,
shirt.
and that is
Who ate all the
motion
pussy?
Raman Harris Dawson, sir.
Okay. Seeing, does any member wish to comment? Seeing no comments, we'll open the roll. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
12 ayes.
Motion is agreed. Next item.
Next is item
make my
5,
own.
and that was amended motion Hernandez Krikorian, sir.
Colleagues, Ms. Hernandez.
Thank you. Thank you, Council President. Good afternoon, colleagues. I want to talk a little bit about this motion and why we put it forward today. In the first days of this year, my district lost one of our constituents to Carr Smith to an LAPD shooting during a mental health crisis. As we worked with the family to navigate the city process to access the services and resources they needed in the wake of this incredible traumatic event, we found critical gaps in the way the city services individuals and families who have been victims of violence. What we found was a complicated and decentralized web of services, one that puts tremendous stress on families who are already experiencing the worst moment of their lives. In addition to the potential for re-traumatizing families by having them seek services at an LAPD station and the decentralized nature of the services available, both LAPD and the City Attorney's Office serve essentially as intermediaries, outsources the services that are offered to families and making referrals to a network of providers. I don't believe that this approach is equitable, nor is it serving victims and survivors. Families who endure traumatic or violent events of all kinds deserve to be met with accessible, holistic, trauma-informed care and resources. That is why we're asking to create an Office of Survivor and Victim Services within our Community Investment for Families Department. This is a department that works with our communities every day, a department that is well equipped to manage a robust network of services and referrals, and to incorporate the trauma-informed approach that survivors of violence need and deserve. Thank you so much for your time today, and colleagues, I ask for your yes vote. Thank you. Thank you, Council President.
Great, thank you. Ms. Padilla. Councilwoman Padilla.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank Councilmember Hernandez for this idea. I think it's a great idea. It's something that I've heard many people throughout the years mention as something that needed to be streamlined. So I just wanted to show my support verbally.
Jeez.
Thank you. Seeing no other speakers
Like we
on the
needed to hear
queue,
you
let's
say
open the
yes,
roll as
you
amended.
support it. Who gives a fuck whether you support
Close the
it?
roll. Tally the votes.
12 ayes.
You could tell that chick
item
just
is adopted.
yeah,
Next
you could
item.
just tell, bro.
Next would be
ain't
item
got
number
nothing
8,
to offer.
and that was amended motion
She's just filling the
Hernandez
seat,
Park.
keeping it warm.
Does anyone wish to be heard on this item? Seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll for the motion as amended. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
12 ayes.
Okay. Thank you. Next item.
Next is item 6.
Great, thank you. And I believe, Mr. Price, you
Welcome to
wish
Miami.
recuse on this item, as stated earlier. So we'll wait till you're out of the room.
It's 4:17 in Miami. You better pack it up. I better get it ready. I'm gonna get it ready so we can hit it off at 4:20 East Coast time for
Okay,
the
Ms.
East
Rahman,
Coasters.
would you have the floor to lead us off?
Shout out to
Well,
PZT.
so I'm really excited for today. Some
Go
of
watch
us were
them.
at
Go
a rally
follow 'em
outside of City Hall
on
earlier this
YouTube.
morning, celebrating
Pretty cool.
what Measure ULA promises for this city. And I'm incredibly excited to be voting on this today. 60% of voters in the city of Los Angeles supported this measure. It was designed by frontline providers, people who are impacted by the worst of our housing and homelessness crisis. There was an incredible, inclusive grassroots
Can we have the
campaign
chase at like
that collected tens of thousands of signatures.
16?
And they brought this measure to the ballot.
10, 16?
And it's offering direct cash assistance for low-income
get it for the
older
whole show
adults.
tonight?
It's funding legal assistance. It's going to help us build out our housing department's
How about that?
capacity to respond to issues like habitability
How about that?
concerns and tenant harassment.
Cash me
It's gonna
outside. How
help us
about that?
actually put real money behind preservation of affordable housing, around building new housing. It is the largest source of revenue that is going to be consistent that this city has had access to for
Catch
these
me outside. How
uses
about that?
ever. And it's really transformative for Los Angeles.
We gotta have it.
And I'm so excited to be a small part of helping
a
to
beautiful
shepherd
day in
this
Miami.
forward in partnership with all
Florida.
of you, and particularly with
Beautiful.
Councilmember Hernandez,
Look at that.
who worked with me to create. We're
gonna have to watch this when the hurricane comes in.
Guidelines for us, a real plan for us, so that the people of Los Angeles know that when we're spending these dollars, we're doing it carefully, we're doing it accountably, that we're doing it exactly the way that the voters intended. And with Councilmember Blumenfield, who also spoke this morning, who is ensuring that we are spending these dollars, that we're spending them wisely, and that we're spending them at the rate that we need to take on the city's biggest
laugh is
crises.
awesome.
So thank you all. I encourage an aye vote, and I couldn't be more pleased to see this on today's agenda. Thank you.
All right, let's go back to ramen noodle.
Thank you. Mr. Soto Martinez.
Thank you so much, Council President. First of all, I want to thank you, Councilmember Blumenfield.
thank you. I wanna
Councilmember
suck your
Rahman
dick,
for
and I
doing a lot
suck
of the
your
work,
dick, too.
on
Thanks.
this very important motion. But I do want to speak a little bit of sort of what we've learned since February.
Yeah,
Now,
it's hot
in
today,
February,
Helen.
we were able to, because of the eviction, the tenant
Supposed to be
protections that we passed, we
103
now have
here
data
in
on
another
where those evictions are
hour and
happening
10 minutes.
at the very moment.
B103.
And so if we look at what's happened from February to July,
what time is it?
we can
the
see
time.
where
Let's go. It's
they're actually
4:20 East
happening.
Coast
And
time. Let's get it.
unfortunately, none of the top 5 zip codes are on that priority list for to give more attention. And so I think we still have a little bit more work to do, but I did want to highlight that because moving forward, I will be pushing that.
It's only
'cause
88
a lot of those
Miami,
were in
huh? That's
my-
nice.
In my council district.
I think it's changing
But independent of
because
that,
of that
I
storm
think we
maybe
should be
coming.
putting the money where it's actually happening.
We got a
but
hot
could
heat
not be more
wave
excited to be
here in
voting for this
California,
today.
that's for sure.
It's, thank a lot of the advocates and the folks doing the work out on the ground, and I think we're making a very strong statement that Los Angeles, we stand with renters, we stand with people who are
shit,
working
70
class,
in the
and
room
I'm very happy
here.
to vote yes on it today.
Thank you. Mr. De Leon.
Yeah, it's only 100 right now.
Thank you
It
very
dipped.
much,
It was at 101, I think,
Mr.
earlier. It's
President.
supposed
Could
to
we
be
have,
103, like I said, at 3
our
o'clock.
esteemed General Manager for the Housing Department come on
Then
in.
it goes down. It goes to 99's the high tomorrow. Then it drops down to 90, then to
Thank you
actually
much,
80. It'll
and-
actually be 78 on Saturday.
No shouting out.
I know it's cruel and unusual punishment to wait, numerous hours to see if there's even anyone who's going to ask a question or two with regards to this motion here today. I want to underscore what Mr. Hugo Soto Martinez just mentioned because I think it's really key that when we get beyond this sort of macro platitudes, which we're really thick
Edward
on
James,
in this
almost.
council, it comes down to the nuts and bolts and the
110 and
execution,
Havasu? Yeah, but it's always
and where
hot
the
around
dollars
there,
are going.
Cody.
Specifically, are we getting efficiency?
It's a nice balmy day for you
and
guys.
Are we getting to the hands, into the pockets of
112
those
in
individuals
Phoenix, huh?
who are under the duress
Terry
and under
gonna
the
melt.
stress of being evicted? So, a couple questions.
Terry's gonna melt.
And the 150, those are FEMA dollars specifically, and not ULA dollars.
Not exactly. Those are
I didn't know my
ULA
girlfriend was
dollars
here to speak.
Backed by a
FEMA.
General Reserve Fund loaned, and which, if we lose the litigation and have to repay the ULA dollars, your budget action said we would repay them out of the FEMA repayment, which is fundamentally general fund.
Jennifer, okay, so there's
lose the
no
litigation.
reimbursement from the feds in this case.
I'm sorry, there's no reimbursement from who?
From FEMA. I just want to clarify for myself.
We are
because-
still owed, apparently, the city is still owed from COVID times, more reimbursements from FEMA. So in the budget process, that was identified as a possible source for repayment if we spent the tax dollars and eventually had to refund them.
And in the event if we lose the current litigation, it would
That's
come from the
correct.
general fund,
Yeah.
there specifically. Do we have a time frame in which we're going to push these dollars out? So folks who are at the risk, Mr. Hugo Soto Martinez just mentioned, I think, a time frame of June to July, I believe, or July to August. I know that with my staff late last night, we were looking at our numbers in CD14 and the
course
number
they
of
do,
evictions that we had.
Shecky.
The zip
They owe
codes
the people of Maui
specifically.
money.
It was very alarming for us, how high our numbers were in terms of the eviction because the number
owe the
of
people of
renters.
Katrina
Do
money.
we have an idea of when the dollars will get pushed out and what that process is, sort of kind of
And any other natural disaster you can
So
name
the
me
first program that we'll push
they've
out is the
had to come
Emergency
out
Rental
for.
Assistance Program. Oh, well, actually, now with your action on the General Fund Reserve Loan, we can
Right
push
here,
all of
that's
them,
my
but
girl
we are
right there.
Opening the portal for the
Bionic.
Emergency Rental Assistance Program on September 19th.
September 19th, okay.
And then there will be a landlord
yeah.
portal that will
It's hot
open
stuff, right?
mid-October as well. Thank you.
For the landlords on September 19th for
So many
tenants.
of those landlords' tenants may certainly apply, could have applied
She is a babe.
After September 19th, but there's also a portal specifically inviting landlords in.
And for the 150,
The glasses that gave me
how
a
much
boner.
is the tranche that is for the rent debt forgiveness?
18.4 million.
18.4. Do we know
What you
the
need to do is
largest tranche
defund
going
FEMA.
for? I haven't read all the
Again,
details yet.
remember I was telling you about bloated government?
So the largest tranche was
What I was
for
talking about.
multifamily housing development for what we called the Accelerator Plus program.
Okay.
That was 57 million. Then
That's for capital,
that's
for-
the
yeah,
capital,
that's
and
capital.
then all the rest of it was for the tenant protections program, the eviction defense, emergency rental assistance, tenant anti-harassment, tenant outreach.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
mean, realistically, in this day and age, how hard is it instead of sending these people out to Maui so they can stay in $1,300 a day places, rooms, $1,300 a day, while you gave the family $700 a family, not a person, a family, but yet they're staying in $1,300 rooms at the Four Seasons, which I don't know if you know, but the Four Seasons is a 5-star hotel. Again, the one here not here in Beverly Hills, but the one in Beverly Hills. I'm telling you, $1,300 is the bottom end room. You're staying above the kitchen and you're hearing the clanking glasses. That ain't even the high end. Okay? So yes, the FEMA owes everybody money. And again, this is the point I'm talking about. How hard is it when you have a disaster in this day and age for people? First of all, if people can't get onto the internet, the first thing you do is send out internet trucks so they can get online and they can check their bank accounts and you can give them a direct deposit. Okay, it ain't that hard. Figure out their Wells Fargo, wherever they're at, Bank of America, whatever bullshit institution they're with, and direct deposit them each $5,000 instead of wasting all the money to have these idiots come on out and pretend like they're doing something and getting in front of the news and giving you the little shim sham and all that other stuff. I'm telling you, it's just bullshit. It's so easy in this day and age. I mean, bro, there's so much you could cut out. And all the people that are hardworking that need jobs, you hire them to come in for the disasters to help rebuild and clean and do all that stuff. Trust me, you'll get things done real quick if you just wanted them to. It's just all about the grift, man. There's too many hands in the pot.
And we have the data about where those are concentrated. As Councilmember Soto Martinez mentioned.
Oh, we got to cut checks. That's
that
going to
isn't
take 2
lining
weeks.
up
We're going to
with the
mail
zip
them to the
codes
house
that
that's
were
been
identified
completely burnt to
a
the
year and a half
ground.
ago when we started
'Cause
State
that
House
makes
with
sense.
the county,
Like it's,
and through a methodology that the county and city had agreed on. So
Then you got idiots
what being in
stealing the
priority
checks
zip code
'cause they're
gives you
looting.
Is
I get
priority
it.
in
Oh,
getting
man.
an actual attorney to represent you in court.
How hard is this shit?
Everybody else sometimes, depending on your case, might get an attorney.
I don't
but
care
also
what
gets
side
other
you're on.
Sort of self-help.
If you didn't see what happened
As
there,
legal aid,
what they
as
did
we
to
put
the
more money
American
into this
public,
program, legal aid and the other legal services
and what little
providers
they have
staff
done
up,
for them
there will
2
be
weeks
more
after the
attorneys, and
disaster,
we
at
can
least.
broaden the, either
I don't
the
know what
zip
else to
codes
say.
or
You can't,
come up with different criteria.
like I said,
than
you're either
just
the
zip
ostrich with
codes
your
to
head
be
in the
able to
sand, or you're
provide
a
that
commie just
direct
like
service,
them.
But right now,
That's
it's
all I
really
can
a
say.
constraint of only so many attorneys.
That should anger the fuck out of you,
And the last
wherever you're
question I have
from,
is,
whatever you vote.
You just did the
anger you.
the legal aid component tranche, but the rent relief.
And just
how-
wait,
how would
I want to
that
see
be,
what's going to happen in 2-3 years' time.
prioritized?
They're going to
By
deem all
income,
that
so
property
according to the guidelines
inhabitable.
in, the measure itself.
Then only their big friends can come and clean it up, buy it cents on the dollar, penny on the dollar. This beautiful island
Very
they've
similar
swallowed up.
to the last 3 times that we had
Killed all the
program.
native
Applications
folks.
will be opened. We'll sort out
Wiped
people
out
who
a
don't live in the
generations
city
of
Los
folks.
Angeles, and then we'll divide people by income groups and start working through those.
And will it be a debt to ratio with income as well too?
No, it's really by income, and then
just
the,
income,
the
okay.
guidelines allow us to
I
pay
agree,
up to
Shecky.
6 months of rent.
They all hate you,
It's
all of
limited
them.
to only 6 months of the tenant's rent.
Okay.
Just some hate you
I
more
have
than
one
others.
request is offline.
And
if
funny
you could
enough
just
as it is,
share
the ones
the
that say they
criteria
like
and
you the most
methodology
hate you
in
more.
terms of the disbursement.
I'll let you
of
figure
the
which one is
resources,
which.
with staff and any other council member who'd want it, so we can understand it. So when folks come to us, we just know the methodology that's being utilized. In
Yeah,
its
it's truly
application
sickening.
as we move. I know this is
there's
sometimes can be very
200
tricky. in how we
2,000
do this
kids
and the
that are
criteria
missing.
that we create and develop. But
and what they've done is again, they have an enrollment. Again, it's on a fucking island. There's not that many schools. Okay, so a school just started. Well, where are all these kids that haven't enrolled? Why are they missing? Did they get off the island? Did they move somewhere else and just go to a different school district? It's not like L.A. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. Things aren't matching up. They're not telling you. They're just telling you a death number. They're not telling you the ages, of course. And of course, they're saying, well, because these people were basically cremated, which in a sense is. They were. But if you look at it, man, they're just not very forthright of what's going on. And, I got to tell you, it's eerily similar in a sense to the Woolsey fire where my friend lost his house and he lost everything. And you can watch all these videos you want and all this shit, but until you actually go to it and smell it, because I don't give a shit. 2 weeks after, you're still smelling it. Okay? Some of it's still smoldering that long after. I'm just telling you, it's wild to see a car like, the rims melted like that. And have nothing left but literally just a chimney. And what made me trip out is again heat. Most people are like, oh, the heat got so hot it melted. Well, yeah, you got to remember, there's so many combustibles, and at that point, there's so much going on. No water is getting put on it. Most of the time, you see a fire, it's hot, but there's water getting poured on it. Here you have a firestorm, and I just remember looking at this. My friend's neighbor, we went and talked to her. She was up there crying. We were looking, and how you have a stove in your house, but like a two door. It's like a built-in. There's one door up top, and then another door on the bottom, right? She had one of those, and I can tell you the top door, the window where you look through to see if your turkey's ready, was straight melted like candle wax. You can put your whole head through it, through the hole, because it was all gone. It was melted down like candle wax. And I say to you, how hot does tempered glass like that have to get for it to melt like that? Pretty goddamn hot, because it sits for 16 hours at 500 degrees or whatever, cooking a goddamn turkey, and it's just fine. I don't know, man. It's wild. So that was the one thing that tripped me out. You know what I mean? So I feel like, watching some of the videos that I see on YouTube that aren't made by the major media, that are actually survivors of the fire on there, documenting their escapes, documenting what's the aftermath and all this shit. The funny shit, how they're still just trying they get mad at people trying to document anything. They're getting mad at these rogue reporters that are asking them questions about death tolls and stuff. It's a lot of suspicious shit. You know, so, yeah. The melting point is 3,000 degrees. That's what I'm saying. That's fucking... Come on, man.
Council has motions for posting a referral.
Wow.
Okay, they are posted and referred.
That
Colleagues,
clears the desk, sir.
The real estate
wonderful.
guy?
Colleagues,
Yeah.
any announcements?
He definitely has a good
Seeing
thing.
no announcements, colleagues, is there any adjourning motions?
Oh, so they're done.
Seeing no adjourning motions,
I've never cooked
this
a
meeting
turkey.
is
I don't
adjourned.
cook turkey.
Thank you
How
all.
long are they on for? Was it like 300 degrees for 16 hours? Am I way off? There he goes. Look. There goes Cat's man. Spindler. Mr. Herman got riled up courtesy of Brock. Who's this lady? I don't remember her. I don't see Mr. Herman. So that was fun, man. I mean, we got a little something. You know, life could have been worse. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go here for just a moment. Life could have been worse. You know, it was a weird day today, man. It was quite off. People were saying things that they don't normally say. We had a 45-minute delay due to complications and issues. I mean, man, I don't know. I just don't frickin' know, man. Life is weird right now. You know, things are strange. Strange. But, you know, it isn't strange. We'll be on tonight. There was a vehicle that caught fire on the gravel 2 miles away from Lahaina. Yeah, I saw that too. You know, you got to remember, you know, again, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but, you know, you also, again, nobody's, what do you call it? Putting water on a fire where the wind push is 80 miles an hour. Okay. You could see in the videos, the wind push was wild. And you got to remember that was due to like a close hurricane that was close to the island. But then of course you have the storm itself, the firestorm itself, which creates its own, you know, everything on its own. And, yeah, it's a wild deal, man. And I think, you know, again, you could have a car that is sitting there and then, you know, something catches fire on the car or it's surrounded by a bit of flame and it can catch it. But that car did seem quite suspicious because around the ground of it was never anything burnt. It was just the car. Let's go to Hermosa Beach. This is what it looks like near me, guys. This is my coast now. We went from Miami, the East Coast, now to the West. Here we go. Hermosa Beach. Eat good, do good, live good. Shout out to Good Stuff Hermosa. Hermosa Beach. Let's watch some volleyball ladies volleyballing. Tell you what, the sand looks pretty clean. They look like some pros or something. Oh, no, maybe not. They got the ball carrier and stuff. Maybe they're just trying to practice. 2-on-2s, doubles. Bang! Point. Oh, it went out. Yeah, it's the nice little strand. You can walk here, you can go on the beach, and get on your fucking electric bike. A lot of people do and roll down. But I think the cops like literally are targeting with the target guns people that are doing like 45 on their fucking electric bikes. Giving them tickets and shit. So yeah. Dang good, don't be bending over in front of me. Oh wait, that's a dude. I forgot it. Everything we look at here is, dude, that's a dude. Dudes are dudes, and all chicks are dudes, just in case you're new. Especially when we're at the Elbow Room Bar and Grill. I keep saying grill. It's not a grill. It's just an elbow room bar. Stinks is enjoying the view. Well, you know what it really is he's facing the wall right now. You can't tell. He's facing the green screen because it's too bright. There's too many lights on in here. There's 8 lights. 3 key lights and 4 overheads and then another other light that I have over there. So, you know, yeah. You don't like it, but you have to have it when you have the cameras. You know, it's like if it's dark, it fucks with the camera, and yeah, it's just not so good. It's not so good. Yep, Tom, we will be on tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be live. So I was saying, if hopefully maybe about 8:16 to 10:16, we can get a nice 2-hour chase. I'm fucking down. You know, seeing sparks everywhere. Like, we need that crazy ending. I need that. How's my electric bill? You know, it used to be kind of crazy, but I got solar. So, I mean, realistically, though, with the solar, you're paying off the panels for a while, but now the electric bill is stupid low. It's like $11 for 2 months. And I'm running the AC like, I don't know, 14 hours a day. Like, that poor AC is going to die at some point. It doesn't turn off. But where I'm at, it's fucking warm, dude. So if the house gets any warmer than like 72, I just feel warm inside. Like, I'm all right with 70 to 72, but after 72, it's too warm in the house. It's too warm in the house, if you ask me. I think 70 is just perfect, if you ask me. It's just like a good temp. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. And that's where I set the thermostat at 70. So sometimes it goes a little higher, I'm all right. But anything over 72 just gets a little stuffy. You think 72 is cold, Wolf? Shit. Well, what do you set your thermostat at? Fucking 80? 79? Oh, my God. Yeah, fuck no. Yeah, when my pop was alive, my parents, you know, just because, you know, when you get older, you like get a little warmer. I get it. And my dad, you know, he was going through chemotherapy, so he was always cold. So, you know, he'd like a little warm. But every once in a while, I still go to my mom's house, and it's still a little warm in there. It's, you know, 77 or 8 or something. I'm like, man, it's almost 80 in this joint. Oh, what's the dog doing? Is he peeing? Shout out to the doggo.
What the dog doing?
74 to 5. 76 for you guys. 79 to save cash. Yeah, you know, for now the solar it is expensive, but they gave you such a huge rebates. They give like an $8,000 rebate to put the panels up. You know, the bills went from $300, at least $300 every 2 months, to $11. And then again, you can also have, depending on the system, you can also sell back energy too. You know, if you're not using a whole lot, yet you have this huge array, you can actually sell them back power. So really it's banked power, and I have that. So it's what it is there's times where, again, it'll be more than 11 because, again, it's like you're using something, and let's just say the array, because it's sunny day, it's not so sunny or whatever that month or whatever. It's June gloom, and you know what I mean? So your bill might be a little higher, but you banked, you know, all this from the months, you know, prior. So you can, they just take it out of the bank. That's how they kind of do it. Yes, that's DWP. Thailand's closed up. I looked already, Ross. It's already like almost 3 or 4 in the morning. There. It's like 3. I think it's like a 3:41 in the morning, something like that. Maybe 2. Yeah, 3:41 in the morning. However, the Army here. Yeah, it's a good little tip there. I see a lot of people like doing that, you know, like, you know, they make their little vans now. A lot of people vanning, man, van lords, right? And a lot of them are using solar panels on the roof to just, you know, power a lot of the shit inside their fans and stuff. Makes sense. You know, to power things like that, it really is great. You know, but in other senses, you know, to push a car, you know, it's going to take a lot more. Where is this? It's raining. Oh, Tampa Bay. No wonder. Let's go take a look at the rainy bridge in Tampa Bay. Good old Tampa Bay. We'll go back to the East Coast. We're on the Howard Franklin I-275. Let's get it. It's fucking a rainy fucking stormy filled day in Tampa Bay. Old Champa Bay. See the water pushing pretty good too. Need a cam at a Tijuana strip bar. You know, there's plenty of cams in Mexico I can get, but most of them are like the border cams that we watched before, or like these overheads in like town squares in like Mexico City or something. I'd love to have something like Rosarito, like right in front of like Papas and Beer in Rosarito. That would be fucking the shit. I mean, that's the spring break mecca for like, you know, Californians. I'm sure Arizona kids probably go there too. It's right fucking there. You know what I mean? Party Central, and not to mention it's popping. Good old Rosarito, man. Little Baja California. Mexico. You know what I mean? You have bad flashbacks of Rosarito? See, but that's what I'm saying. You went and done partied over there. That's what I'm saying, Cat. See, you know. Papas and Beer. And then what's the other one? It's something Seniors something or other. Senior Frogs and Papas and Beer. Those are the two big ones. Senior Frogs. Yeah. Senior Frogs and Papas and Beer. Those two biggest ones. I mean, them fuckers are like 4 fucking levels. Just it's a meat market for kids. Straight meat market. But it was fun, you know, you have your time, it's fun, and it's so inexpensive, so it's like one place where kids can get away and be there in 3 hours, at least from, you know, Los Angeles, for the most part, depending on traffic, and, you know, shit, you could bring $200 and have a great time, pay for the room, eat. I mean, I don't know what it costs now, of course, but that was back in the day, you know. It was nice, and then you could still buy shit because again, everything over there is relatively inexpensive. You know, you could go to a donkey show if you wanted. You can go to the Chicago Club, I think it is. That's where you get laid.
I got a boner.
A good old Chicago Club and places like that. Go get you bunked. Go have a threesome. For $50. I think you'd rather go and have a threesome though for €200, which is probably like what, $250 American in Amsterdam. I don't know. You might want to have just both. Say, fuck it, it's only $300. Let's get it. It's all about the experience, ain't it? Yes, yeah. We'll be on tonight, Bill. Tonight, 8 p.m. tonight. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please adjust your time zone. All right, guys, I'm out of here. It's already 1:46. We're later than we normally are. Normally we're done by 1. But obviously, you know, what can we do? We'll keep this going. I'll follow all this because that way if we have any, you know, hurricane shit, it looks like the weather's already pushing in. We can watch these, you know, for the hurricane watch. I don't know how great they'll be at night, but I don't know. I guess if the lights are on, we can still see the rain pushing and all that good stuff. So any flooding that may occur. So hopefully all is well out there. But you guys be good. Have a fantastic day. Thank you guys for all the likes, the love, the huge donations. You donors know who you are. Thank you so much for that, Kat and DS, all you guys. Thank you so much. Whoa. Mike, I appreciate you. Jim, thank you. All you guys, I appreciate you. Let me see who else was on there just before so I don't forget there. Cat. Calamity Girl, thank you for 2. Ian, thank you. All you guys, thank you. I'll see you guys tonight. Yes. We'll be on tonight. And it's good to see that we got through another show, knock on wood, especially a daytime show without any gray screening. Because it was always an issue sometimes with daytime streaming. So it's good to see that it's looking good, knock on wood. Sounding good and all that good jazz. So you guys have a fantastic day. Hopefully you can join us tonight. If you can't, enjoy your Tuesday. I understand. And other than that, family members, I will see you later tonight.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
That's it. Bye, y'all.